Baseball season is back. It's Nolan Arenado homered on opening day for the Cardinals, looking to get them off to a nice 2-0 start. Cardinals and Twins kicks us off on FS1.
Is there any better feeling when the lines are drawn and the gates are open? When a new season begins and a new dream with it.
It's more than hope, it's high expectations.
Is there any better feeling than when baseball is back?
Let's go, baby! Randy Arozarena out to left field. Natalie Rushman making a double.
Season starts with a spectacular play.
He delivers again. Ohtani a home run.
Today, a long journey begins with a single step.
What a way to start a season.
As the Twins and Cardinals continue opening weekend in the Gateway City.
Put on a show, Byron Buxton. Wow. Nolan Arenado. Nobody better.
America's pastime is back on FS1 right now.
There he is, Byron Buxton. Boy, the Twins need a big season out of him if they look to make their playoff dreams come true. Obviously, we know injuries have been a big part. When he's healthy, he can do it. Twins and Cardinals coming your way, and we say welcome to the MLB on FS1 pregame show, sponsored by Geico. Come on into our LA studios, and we say hello. Baseball is back. D-Train Dontrell Willis is here. And I'm Kevin Burkhardt. We got a couple games in the books. What caught your eye opening weekend?
A lot of cool moments thus far, but the bad man Mookie Betts, 20 pounds lighter. It does not matter. He's still getting his foot down. 2 monster home runs yesterday and 1 for the walk-off. With all this star power, KB, you still have to focus on one of the captains and one of the better players for this last decade, and that's Mookie Betts. Nice to see him back in the lineup because you weren't sure if he was going to make the opening day lineup with this illness.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, right? Mookie back at it, 2 home runs, a hero last night. Meanwhile, we got some early day baseball in the Bronx today, like usual on a Saturday. Feels right. Sun is out, a beautiful day. And Nestor Cortez back against his former team, and they greeted him very rudely. Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Oh, Paulie won a cracker.
First pitch of the game, first Yankee home run, but that was not all. Because the next pitch is Cody Bellinger's turn.
KB, you just cannot miss there with Cody Bellinger. 91 miles an hour up in the zone. Put it on the tee for him. Can't make that mistake.
Hold on. Third pitch of the game. Aaron Judge.
Oh, see, you know, my man Nestor got that demolition man with the blonde hair. You need to re-dye that, man. I don't think it's working for my boy.
That's the first time ever. 3 home runs, first 3 pitches of the game.
Oh, that fourth one, I would have hit somebody. I got to keep it real.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, just, yeah, welcome back against your former team. Judgey feeling good. Austin Wells, Yankees catcher. He's going to join the party.
That ball went out?
It's warm in New York today.
Where's the humidor at?
It's not on, apparently. There you go. So the Yankees, yeah, it's a wild one early. Still only the 3rd inning, 7-3. Look, we know Garrett Cole's out for the year, their ace. Juan Soto goes to the Mets, so they have big pieces to fill. How do you feel about the Yankees coming into this year?
I actually like all the ads. I love that they got Max Fried to elongate some of that depth in the rotation. You get Paul Goldschmidt. If he's even a shell of himself, you put him at the top of the lineup. Very important in a power piece. As far as leadership, he's a quiet leader, and I think he's going to have a monster year. Cody Bellinger has been absolutely outstanding from the left side. So if you're Aaron Boone, you can mix and match how you want to. Had Austin Wells at the leadoff spot. Now you have Paul Goldschmidt. And then you steal Devin Williams, arguably one of the best relievers in all of baseball, and you allow him to wear a beard. That's how much you wanted this guy back in the locker room. And so even though you struck out with Juan Soto, I think it was a blessing in disguise to be able to get some of these pieces. You had no productivity in the first base position last year. Now you have someone in Paul Goldschmidt. So I like these ads on right now. They just have to go out there and try to play clean baseball because they made some errors out there that remind me of what happened in the 5th inning last year.
You mentioned the beards. If you don't know, the Yankees have the long-standing policy, no facial hair below the lips. So it's a new look now. Though the world has changed. But who is the challenger, right? We know that the Yankees obviously get World Series, represented the American League last year. Good division, right? Yeah,
it's going to be a gauntlet. I'm looking at the Baltimore Orioles. Adley Rutschman's got off to a good start. Cedric Mullins, both of them guys last year, they're having down years. If they elongate that lineup and be able to get some guys in that rotation to be able to throw strikes, I'm very intrigued by the Baltimore Orioles. Also, the Boston Red Sox, they have some young talent and they have some pieces. Got to get Devers going, though, especially in that DH spot. He's 0 for 8 with 7 Ks right now. Hopefully he can get comfortable because you got Alex Bregman, one of the best defensive third basemen in all of baseball. And so those three teams, I think they're going to beat up on each other. The Yankees might steal that division, but they won't run away from it because it's going to be fun.
All right, our first game of the day here on FS1 and then over on Fox starts with the Twins and the Cardinals. And Joe Ryan will get the start for Minnesota. He was really good last year, and then a shoulder injury sidelined him for the last six and a half weeks of the season. Looking to get back on a good pace for Minnesota, his debut this year. Opening day in St. Louis, that was actually Thursday. Cardinals got a 5-3 win to start this series over the Twins. Sonny Gray really good, struck out 6, gave up 2 runs in 5 innings to get the win. And then Nolan Arenado, 8th inning home run, such a good sign. He had really his first down year of his career last year. So for him to do that, a big deal, and the Cardinals got off to such a good start. But now for the Twins, right? It feels like 1 year playoffs, next year they're out of it. It always is, are their stars going to remain healthy?
Well, you know what? It's unfortunate because they have star power and guys that can play when they're in the lineup. So you look at a Byron Buxton, you know he has light tower power. He can run. He can do it all. He has to be able to check in and have a presence, especially when you lose Royce Lewis, who's one of the brightest stars coming up. You have to have somebody that factors. And I'm also looking at the rotation. Joe Ryan was absolutely outstanding when he was in the rotation. Out of his 23 starts, 13 of them were quality, and also the swing and miss was there, 147 strikeouts in this 135 innings. So he has to be able to miss bats and keep the game intact and give them a shot to win. They're not going to slug out anybody in that division, but if you play clean baseball, they have a chance.
Yeah, last year, the first year since 2018, out of the Twins and the Cardinals didn't make the playoffs, right? So having those teams out, a little bit weird, and we'll see how they do early on in this season. A reminder for you, later on tonight on Fox, Baseball Night in America. 2 great matchups from opening weekend. Some will see the Braves taking on the Padres, and most of the country gets the Astros hosting the new-look Juan Soto-led Mets. 7 o'clock Eastern, that's tonight on Fox. But a Game 1 on FS1, Cardinals in St. Louis hosting the Twins. Eric Fetty was really underrated last year. Career best 3.30 ERA. He'll get the call for the Redbirds. Cardinals, Twins, enjoy a day-long baseball. We're back, baby. Enjoy it. We'll see you later.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. We use money as a tool to help all the people we hold in our hearts. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we care about. At Thrivent, we help you plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more.
We're here at Blackberry Friday, where everyone wants the unique taste of new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
Full Dr. Pepper!
The sweet blackberry flavor.
It's the most succulent taste I've ever tasted!
Attention shoppers, hurry up, it's delicious.
Yoink!
Bye, thanks for coming. Have a one-of-a-kind day.
Hurry and try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Today, let's paint with Behr. Oh, you're already done.
Yeah, we painted earlier.
He did the research. Behr has #1 rated products.
Guess I'm not really needed here today.
No.
He's gone.
I'm still here. Do your research and get great value at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Order Arby's $6.99 Big Crispy Fish Meal and upgrade to a large fry and drink. Or order crispy chicken. Because options. Arby's, we have the meats.
Step into a new adventure. The destination is already set. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Ah, yummy, yummy goodness. Isn't that the best part of good and fun?
No way! It's all the chewy fun!
I mean, if that were true, it'd be called fun and good.
Oh!
Don't even think about it.
Indulge both sides with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog. 2 of the 2025 MLB season brings us to Busch Stadium in St. Louis for this year of transition. Started well for the Cardinals with an opening day win. Now it's game 2 against the Twins, who have a healthy Carlos Correa and Byron Buxton, a threat in the AL Central again. So we welcome you in with Tom Verducci. I'm Connor Onion. Let's get a look at this Twins lineup that has those 2 healthy stars at the top of their lineup. Carlos Correa and Byron Buxton looking for their first hits of the season today. After the top of the lineup, a combined 0 for 12 in the opening day 5-3 loss. Larnach, France, and Gasper in the middle, with Castro, Miranda, and Vasquez rounding out the starting 9 for the Twins. Against the right-hander Eric Fetty for the Cardinals, who was a trade deadline acquisition last year, Tom.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him pitch because he will definitely mix it up. Essentially a 4-pitch guy. He's got the cutter and the sweeper that go glove side, sinker goes arm side, and he's got a really good changeup, which has improved this year with good action down. But not any one of those pitches, I would say, is an elite. It's a combination of the way he uses these pitches that makes him so effective.
With that mix, expect a lot of balls in play with this defense behind him, including Victor Scott in center field, who made a game-saving play out in right center in the opener. He won the starting job from Michael Ciani in spring training. On the infield, Arenado, Wynn, Donovan, and Wilson Contreras moving from catcher to first base this season. And back-to-back starts for Ivan Herrera, the catcher for the Cardinals, who made his first opening day start 2 days ago. Well, tarp was on early in the day, but ready to go on a cloudy day in St. Louis, with Wallner taking ball 1 from Eric Fetty to get us started. Wallner an 0 for 4 start on opening day, and waves through the high cutter to even up the count at 1.
Yeah, that is a really good pitch for Eric against left-handed hitters, because most of his stuff is going to be down. He throws that cutter at the top of the zone a lot.
Tried again against the guy in Wallner who was pretty good against this pitch mix last year. Against cutters and sinkers, hit .325. Fetty's 2-1. He was lifted foul on the sweeper. First one of those we've seen from Fetty.
Yeah, traditionally has not thrown that pitch a lot to left-handed hitters. But to me, Connor, that cutter is so important, because as a hitter, a lot of times you're looking for the ball down against Fetty, but he can change your eye level with that pitch. Will really not throw a 4-seam fastball, so the cutter has to work up.
On a 2-2 to the game's opening batter. It's cut on and miss. Another high fastball retires Wallner for the first out of the day. So our first look at Carlos Correa, who, when healthy last year, played at an all-star level. And he goes first pitch swinging and flies it out to Scott in center. And a routine play for the Cardinals opening day center fielder for out number 2. Well, this is the major talking point in Minneapolis throughout most of the offseason and really most of the last 4 or 5 years. Can they keep Correa and Buxton on the field? Bounce back season last year for Byron Buxton, who takes one on the edge for a strike.
Just a dynamic hitter with pure power. It only is a matter of staying healthy.
Fetty evens it up. Second highest OPS in baseball behind Aaron Judge. Byron Buxton last year for Rocco Baldelli's team. And one of the reasons Buxton handled breaking balls better, which could be important against that sweeper today.
Yeah, he's really simplified setup in his swing. Not a lot of movement.
Fetty's 2-1 is cut on and missed. Strikeout and a flyout for Fetty, trying to get through the top of this Twins lineup. 1-2-3, just like Sonny Gray did in most of his start on Thursday in the win for the Cards. On the break, even with 2 outs, count goes full. Fetty terrific in 3 starts last year against Twins. 2 with the White Sox, 1 with the Cardinals after the deadline. 2 outs in the first. He gets a soft tapper out to win at shortstop. And it is a 1-2-3 inning for Fetty to start his 2025. The Cards coming up for the first time.
What is going on?
People love how the new Homes.com helps them get quick answers about any property by connecting them to the actual listing agent.
Oh, so I'm done?
Oh, no. We're still not sure everyone knows that we're the only site that always connects you to the listing agent rather than selling off your contact info. So we're going to keep you up there a little while longer.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting great exposure.
Speaking of exposure, can we get him a hat?
Ooh, what about a beret?
Oh. Ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Freedom is getting to write your own. So get 10% off a Jeep Wrangler or get into a Jeep Grand Cherokee where freedom is on-road or off, where it's a front row seat to the city or a second row seat, maybe even a third. Life doesn't come with an owner's manual, so get out there and write your own.
Right now during the Jeep Celebration event, get $4,000 bonus cash allowance on 2025 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon and Mojave models. See your local Jeep brand dealer today.
Coffee Mate is the world's biggest coffee lover because we love...
Biggest coffee lover?
Huh?
Impossible.
Well, Coffee Mate loves all the ways you enjoy
Biggest
coffee lover? I flew to Thailand for this. We have flavors from all over the world.
I love iced coffee so much. I lost 2 fingers.
Wow. Well,
We need our little coffee treats, even if it means we'll never afford a house.
what I'm trying to say is... Okay, maybe we're the second biggest coffee lovers.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best. Because it is the best. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Domino's new Parmesan Stuffed Crust Pizza tastes like never before. Because Domino's has never had stuffed crust before. Seriously. But we do now. So get any medium 2-topping Parmesan Stuffed Crust Pizza for $10.99 when you mix and match.
Lars Nootbaar had a great start to the year for the Cardinals. Opening day home run. He gets it started in Game 2 with Wilson Contreras and Brendan Donovan and Nolan Arenado in the middle. Alec Burleson and Ivan Herrera, followed by Jordan Walker, Victor Scott, and then Mason Wynn. All against Joe Ryan, who starts his day with a strike on the fastball, because of course it was. Tom, that's his best pitch, has been for several years.
Yeah, it's really a special pitch. Even though the velo is about major league average, you saw that at 94. But it's the way he throws that fastball. He's got the low release point. He's got really long extensions, so the perceived velocity is really high. It's just a difficult arm slot for hitters to pick up that ball, especially when it's up.
Well, that number we just showed, the 49% usage, you think that might even climb, and so does Rocco Baldelli after it was under 50% last year.
Yeah, well, he came to the big leagues throwing it about 2/3 of the time. It's gone down each year.
Nootbaar in the air to left and foul.
And as you mentioned, Connor, he does have a lot of pitches. I mean, he's got the split, the sweeper, a slider, 2-seamer. But I would not run away from that fastball at all. It is an elite pitch.
Two-two to Nootbaar. Is last to left for a base hit, and his hot start to the year continues with a lead-off single for the Cardinals in Game 2.
This is a good sign now. Only 2 games of the season, but we saw the home run on the changeup down on opening day. This fastball is not in the zone. Nootbaar is a guy sometimes can be a little too patient. One of the lowest chase rates in the game, but we're seeing Nootbaar, we saw this in spring training as well, take a more aggressive approach to the plate. I like seeing that.
Well, multiple hits in the first game. Hit to set up Wilson Contreras to start the second game. Who's in his 12th big league, or his 10th big league season, his first without being a full-time catcher. And the Cardinals are hoping this unlocks his best offensive season and his healthiest season. He's already been an above-average hitter his whole career, a guy that has several 20-home-run seasons. Cardinals think that 30 home runs possible with better health this year. Swinging on the 2-0, and the bat shatters on a jam shot ground ball out to Castro, who's only plays to first. As the Contreras ground out moves Nootbaar into scoring position with one away.
That's a great example of that Ryan fastball. Just had tremendous arm side run. Ran all the way down the handle of Contreras.
So an RBI chance for Brendan Donovan, who cashed in the first inning a couple of days ago with an RBI single. One of the big questions for the Cardinals out of last year. How can they hit with guys out there in scoring position? As Ryan starts him with a strike. It was a 50-year low as far as the Cardinals batting average with runners in scoring position last year. And Donovan in the air to left, playable for Larnick, who moves over and grabs out number 2. So 2 away for Nolan Arenado, who Tom had a great moment here on Thursday. Power was down last year, trade rumors all offseason, and put the game away with an 8th inning home run.
Yeah, we had no idea, neither did he, whether he'd be here or not. Here he is opening day with a curtain call.
Against one of the more underrated relievers in the game, Griffin Jacks. Turned around 98 miles an hour, put it into the left field seats, sealed the 5-3 win for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I can't tell you how big that swing was. That was the first home run off 96 plus by Arenado in 3 years. And it was up and in. The way he got to that baseball was something we did not see last year. He's made some changes in his setup. He's a little quicker to the baseball this year.
1-1 is right there at the knees for strike 2.
If you watch Nolan's hands when he gets set in the box, his hands are a little bit lower than they were last year. Last year he was trying to force things by moving his hands higher on the setup. It actually caused him to be a little slower. Dropping the hands just a little bit, a little quicker.
He reaches out, pokes that into center field with that quick bat. He drives in another run as Nootbaar races to the plate, and it's 1-0 Cardinals on Nolan Arenado's RBI single.
A really good hitting. Nolan was able to keep the hands back. Got fooled by this off-speed pitch, but watch him stay on it. He's always been one of the best in the game at keeping his head down. Watch his head. Not just to contact, but through contact. It's always been his trademark. And to hit off speed especially, that's what you must do. Can't pull off.
So Alec Burleson takes ball 1. Arenado puts the Cardinals on the board. You know, some shared pressure this year with Arenado and the Cardinals, both wanting to prove that they are who they once were. Former All-Star player Arenado, Cardinals in what they're calling a reset year, not to be called a rebuild year. Trying to figure out what to do with some of their older players like Contreras and Arenado, and this new wave like Burleson, who looks at strike 2.
Yeah, when you mentioned pressure, Connor, I thought you were talking about Burleson, because today, you know, is his bobblehead day. That's pressure.
Yes. 2 games into the season. It's bobblehead day after his best year as a pro last year. And he shoots this into the air on the infield. An 0-for-1 start on his bobblehead day, Alec Burleson. And the first retired after Arenado's RBI.
Subway $6.99 for literally any foot-long deal is headed to overtime. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Order now in the Subway app. Use code 699FL now. Deals only here until April 2nd.
Did you just pay with PayPal?
Yes, it keeps my info safe, even at the shady lemonade stand.
Who are you calling shady, mister?
Oh, like this is fresh squeeze. Give me a break, Logan. I would pay with you everywhere. Don't just pay. PayPal.
There's people! Woo!
For the first time, the 6 remaining survivalists go head-to-head for critical supplies.
Now they're like best friends out there.
Oh my god.
How do girls do that? I don't know.
And families must make a decision that could transform the game for everyone.
Now you're on my bad side and I'm going to get you.
Extracted, all new Monday on Fox.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. Plus, tadalafil, the active ingredient in Cialis, stays in your system for long-lasting results. Faster acting and long-lasting? We got you. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
Businesses need shipping software that keeps up with their growth. With ShipStation, you can automatically sync inventory and manage returns across all your sales channels, so you fulfill your orders accurately and ship the right products to the right customers. ShipStation makes it easy to manage everything on one platform with the lowest carrier rates, no matter how big you get. Keep your business growing. Go to ShipStation.com to start your free trial today.
The MLB app's got game. Pre-game, post-game, and everything you need in between. Plus personalized daily content that hits every time. Catch it now on the MLB app.
Fourth year for Ali Marmol at the top step of the Cardinals dugout. Reached the playoffs, won the division in year 1, and trying to get back to the playoffs after 2 years missing it. Winning record last year, but finished 10 games behind the Brewers in the National League Central. Fedde back to work, Tom, after a very efficient 12-pitch inning, 1-2-3, and got some support from Arenado with an RBI single.
Yeah, listen, it's early in the game, obviously, but Marmol has to really like what he sees from Fedde so far, because Eric is really missing the barrel of the bat. I mean, he's getting things off the end of the bat, on the handle of the bat, or not at all.
Well, this is an interesting matchup. Larnach hit almost 400 against cutters and sinkers last year, and behind in the count, he flips another one out into the grass for a base hit. Twins first base runner, leadoff single from Larnach in the second.
All right, he saw that changeup really well. You know, Larnach made some swing adjustments last year and really cut his strikeout rate. I mean, that's seeing a changeup really well, completely on balance.
Well, Larnach has been on a bunch in this series already, his 4th reach already. And sets up Ty France, who's swinging away just like he was on opening day. I know it was spring training, and spring training is spring training. Do whatever you want with the numbers, but France, after coming over from the Mariners and the Reds last year, hit 400 in the spring. And then on Thursday in the opener, hit 3 balls over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Connor, very aggressive early in counts, too.
He thought he tied the game the other day. I think a lot of people in the ballpark did before Victor Scott ran a ball down. Runner takes off, pitches a strike, throw is not in time. Mason Wynn saying take another look. Herrera's throw on the money, but maybe a little bit late. Move Larnach into scoring position.
Well, they must have had a read on Fedde. The Twins don't do a lot of this. They were last in the American League in stolen bases last year. Let's see. Not a definitive look there. I think they got him. That was a good look right there. You mentioned it, Connor. Wynn saw it right away.
And he may have, at shortstop, backing up that play, had as good, if not a better look than the umpire in front of him.
What's interesting there is if he goes in with his foot, he probably gets in easily, but he tried to do a slide by and reach back with the hand.
Well, that extra split second might have been enough as They are taking a look. Larnach ruled safe on the stolen bag. Tom, you think this is one that's getting turned around?
That last angle, I did. He was out. Usually, the longer these go on, though, the more the call stands.
This is two things people were curious about coming into the year. Herrera, would he be better behind the plate? He's their more offensive catcher. And then with the Twins steal some more bases, as you mentioned, Tom, the Twins did not put guys in motion much at all last year.
A nice job by Herrera there. Quick transfer, and the throw was right on the money. Just to the right side of the bag.
The call stands. The runner is safe. St. Louis loses the challenge.
Well, like you said, the longer it went, had a feeling it was going that way. It stands. Larnach gets the stolen bag.
Definitely worth a challenge there. I know it's early in the game, but that's a big bag right there with nobody out.
The pitch was a strike on that play that was reviewed, and Fetty misses way outside with the sweeper. Early RBI chance for Ty France, who bounces it to the right side to Donovan, moves the runner with the first out of the second, with Larnach standing at third now.
Yeah, good job by France. You know, with Fetty, right-handed hitters are going to see a lot of pitches away from them. Cutters and sweepers. Get Larnach over to third base with less than 2 outs.
So now the first Twins at bat for Mickey Gasper, who's looking for his first big league hit and a chance to tie the game. And he's first pitch swinging, but underneath it with the infield drawn in. Win out into the grass. Does he see it? He does with the over-the-shoulder catch. Well, a little bit nervy as he zigzagged at the end of that route, but it is out number 2.
This is so difficult because the ball's directly over his head. Infield in. Watch it drift on him. Scott's given up on this play, so it's all win. That is just incredible concentration.
Saying, where did that wind come from? That little gust at the end took that ball toward left. So one pitch and a second out to Gasper. Now Willie Castro trying to drive in that first run of the day for the Twins. .1-0 from Fetty is in there for a strike. No, one game is one game, and when you wait all offseason, everything gets magnified in that first one. But 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position for the Twins on Thursday, something Rocco Baldelli would like to see turn around. Hitters count to Castro.
You see Fetty relying on that cutter. You got Gasper on the cutter, the elevated one. 3 straight cutters here to Castro.
And Castro down the right field side, in there for a base hit. Larnach is around to score as Castro's up to second, and day 2 of the season is a better start with guys in scoring position as Castro ties the game at 1 and an RBI double.
Maybe to the well one too many times because Castro's looking in there. See, gets the barrel head out here. That ball's in. Nice job pulling the hands in, but he has seen that pitch 3 times, is ready for the 4th.
And he's got a decent sized book on Fetty now. He saw him 3 times last year. Jose Miranda stands in with 2 outs and takes a strike. Very similar pitch, Tom, that Castro actually hit out of the ballpark in Minneapolis against Fedde last year. Hooked a cutter inside the foul pole. One of the better swings we saw for the Twins against Fedde last year. Miranda in the air, shallow left, a dive, and Nootbaar comes up with it for out number 3. So that keeps this game tied after Castro doubles to drive in the first run.
Lowe's knows that the projects you build in spring are the ones you can't wait to share. It's why we make sure you have our best deals with My Lowe's Rewards, and that you get help from people who've
Been there.
done that.
Try this.
This spring, we'll help you build something rewarding.
Hey, Stan. What's up? I made you something.
Oh, thank you.
And I got something for you. You grew these? Of course.
Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
Step into an electrifying world of choice. Everything you need to move through your world, your way, is ready and waiting. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
At Little Caesars, get a large 2-topping pizza for only $5.99 when you order online. Try mushroom and green pepper or pepperoni and Italian sausage. For $5.99, it's a steal. Choose a large 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $5.99 when you order online.
Pizza.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever.
Yes. 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 No.
Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good. For you. Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together.
These drivers are a different breed. There are heroes and villains, pushing machines to the limit and unleashing emotions that can't be contained. The NASCAR Cup Series from Martinsville on FS1.
If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night. Fox is your home for America's pastime. Wow! In prime time. Baseball night in America is back. Tonight at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Twins tie the game, but they would have taken the lead if not for Lars Nootbaar and the great jump he got in left.
Yeah, watch his first step here because this ball's not hit well. It's a big swing, and he's playing deep, but that's great reaction. A lot of times when the ballpark is quiet enough, an outfielder might be able to hear contact. That was not hit solidly. Great jump.
Nootbaar said he wants to take more of a leading role this year with Paul Goldschmidt onto the Yankees, and he's done that at the plate. Hit already in this game, scored a run, and saves a run in left. Ivan Herrera gets it started in the second against Joe Ryan. And his terrific fastball gets him ahead 0-2. Tom, you could see the Cardinals players at the top step of the dugout talking about that fastball to each other, passing on some information between innings.
Yeah, that's a conversation. Wow. That's great movement. And that's what hitters want to know, regardless who's on the mound. What does the fastball do? Does it ride? Does it run? And we're seeing Joe Ryan use that fastball multiple ways. It will both run and ride. Arm side movement here. This stays on plane. There's a lot going on with that pitch that the radar gun does not tell you.
There's Jordan Walker, who has it run up and in, and that got him. Ouch. Got him on that bottom hand.
That can happen when you've got so much arm side run. He gets a little bit to the side of this fastball here, and it just keeps boring in. Oh, looked like off the right wrist, maybe?
Yeah, actually his top hand. Adam Olson, the Cardinals athletic trainer, out with manager Ali Marmol. A right fielder that they're hoping has his breakout year. Jordan Walker loaded with talent.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that opening day. He hit a ball, base hit, 116 miles per hour, the hardest ball hit so far this young season. He's got plenty more coming like that.
You mentioned the run for Ryan. He doesn't miss his spot much. He's got one of the lower walk rates in baseball and usually puts the ball where he wants. Rare to see him put a guy on freely like he just did. Right back to throwing strikes to Victor Scott, the 8th batter. The 0-1 is line foul. One of the feel-good stories of the Cardinals spring standing at the plate right now. Scott was the opening day starting center fielder last year because of Dylan Carlson's injury, but this year earned the job outright. The great spring at the plate.
Well, Connor, I asked Ollie Marmol about Victor because I looked at film from last year and his swing this year. I can't remember the last time a young hitter made such really good improvements with his setup and his swing path. I mean, you can tell he put a ton of work in.
A lot of that came
last year, Connor, he didn't use his lower half much at all. Just kind of slapping at the baseball. He'll just set the bat on the shoulder, bring it to the hitting position as soon as the pitcher starts to get set. But he's using his legs a lot better. Give credit to Brett Brown a lot. The hitting coach worked with him.
And he looks at a splitter for a called strike 3.
A couple of calls that he got in this sequence here on balls off the plate. That one really not even on the edge. That's an old school strike. Nice job by Vasquez.
Brian Ornora, the home plate umpire, he's been around a while. He's seen that strike zone change throughout the years in his big league career. Mason Wynn completing the first time through this Cardinals lineup out of the 9-hole. 2 strikeouts, hit batter in this bottom of the second for Ryan. And he's ahead of Wynn, 0-2. And the 0-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Ryan strikes out the side in a scoreless second.
If you're living with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or active psoriatic arthritis, symptoms can sometimes hold you back. But now there's Skyrizi, so you can be all in with clearer skin.
Things are getting clearer. Yeah, I feel free. To bend my skin, yeah, that's on me. Nothing is everything.
With Skyrizi, you can show up with 90% clearer skin. And if you have psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi can help you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
With Chevy Equinox EV, you can wake up every day with a full charge. Your crew can have a roomy, no-compromise interior. And starting around $34,995, you and your money can go further in America's most affordable EV with over 315 miles of range. Equinox EV, a vehicle you know, value you'd expect, and a dealer right down the street. Go EV without changing a thing. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You can get a Wendy's double stack or JBC for just $1 in the app all March Madness. If a deal could dunk, these fresh burgers would be on every highlight reel. But deals can't dunk. Or can they? For the freshest deals around, it's gotta be Wendy's.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be...
A competitive number.
With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
Well, a number.
Is it competitive?
With Tom Verducci, Connor Onions started the third inning with Eric Fetty feeding a strike to the 9-batter Christian Vasquez for the Twins. Each team with a clutch 2-out hit. RBI single, Nolan Arenado. RBI double, Willie Castro evened it up in the second for the Twins. One to Vasquez, and he's ahead 2-1.
Well, we got a glimpse of Vasquez's value behind a dish in that last half inning. Stole a couple of strikes, and that sequence to win I really liked.
He bounces this to the right side, arranging Donovan. Puts away out number 1 for his pitcher Fetty to start the third.
Christian stuck with 3 fastballs on Wynn from Ryan. As I said, don't run away from that heater. Even 0-2, come back with a third one because Wynn just wasn't reacting well to it. Christian Vasquez doesn't miss too much back.
And so back to the top with Matt Wallner, struck out and goes first pitch swinging and bounces it off the foot of Fetty, who locates it, bare hands, and throws off line to first. A tumbling Wallner reaches base for the first time as the equipment went flying for Contreras.
That is such a dangerous play for a first baseman. You hold your breath when that throw gets into the running lane, especially a big guy like Wallner coming down there. I mean, you're almost better off letting this throw go because the risk is so high. Oh.
And remember, the point of Contreras being over there at first is so he's less in the line of fire. Fractured his forearm last year on a backswing, moving from catcher to first base.
People think anybody can play first base. It does take, there's a learning curve there. And that's a play you probably should leave the bag a little bit earlier. I still remember Cliff Floyd, that exact play, breaking an arm. Such a dangerous play.
After the visit from Ali Marmol, looks like Contreras is all good. After a scary moment, puts Wallner on at first with one away for Carlos Correa.
A nice job picking up his pitcher mentally there because you saw Fetty was very concerned.
Correa after the 1-0 up the middle. Wynn makes a dive, scoops to second. The turn from Donovan is in time. Cardinals think Wynn can win a Gold Glove at some point, showing wide to end the inning.
Step into a world of thoughtful consideration. Everything you need is within reach. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
At Little Caesars, get a large 2-topping pizza for only $5.99 when you order online. Try mushroom and green pepper or pepperoni and Italian sausage. For $5.99, it's a steal. Choose a large 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $5.99 when you order online.
Pizza, pizza.
What's blooming at Old Navy? Save 50% off everything online this Sunday through Wednesday. Bright sunflower styles and deals that will blow you away. It's Old Navy.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. Go to DealDash.com and see how much you can save.
Right this second,
At some diner somewhere?
I'll have a...
Someone really wants a soda. But that same someone doesn't want to be like the only someone to order a soda. Embarrassing. Yeah, she's looking at you.
Yeah, I know the struggle is real, honey, but so are all these other...
What if there were a better soda?
Hun, get a Poppy. It's a soda with 5 grams of sugar.
Okay. Okay, so this waitress is a genius.
Can I get one too?
Well, a slick double play got the Cardinals out of the top half from Wynn to Donovan to Contreras. Now Joe Ryan back to work against the second time through Lars Nootbaar in the Cardinals lineup. And that continues the patient approach against Joe Ryan. 14 called strikes, no first pitch swings. First time through the lineup for the Cardinals. Swinging on the 0-1 and quickly behind 0-2. It's a big indicator for Joe Ryan, as it is for a lot of pitchers, but especially for Ryan. When he threw first pitch strikes last year, he had the best batting average against in baseball, 169 against him, when he was ahead 0-1 versus 1-0. And on the 0-2, he loses Nootbaar on a ball that back foots him.
Yeah, interesting pitch selection right there. I mean, just overcooked this sweeper right here, and it just kept boring in on Nootbaar. Didn't show him a fastball in that sequence.
A reverse of what we saw the first time through the lineup with a bunch of fastballs. That #1 pitch for Ryan. Now Contreras swings away at the splitter. So the first time we've seen the Cardinals swing away at the first pitch from Ryan, and once again ahead 0-1. Ryan has hit batters in back-to-back innings. He only hit 5 guys all last season. Again, he's got great command, especially with that fastball. Contreras adjusts, lays off after he swung at that pitch earlier in the at-bat.
It's really interesting. You see the way Joe throws and you say, how do you get a fastball like that? He's got an unusual way of how he developed that fastball, which I've never heard of before.
In the air to right. On the run, Wallner slides and can't get there.
The answer is water polo. I mean, he said he was a competitive water polo player growing up, and he said, I'm always trying to skip the ball playing water polo. And it's essentially the same action that he has with his arm. That lower arm slot, almost skipping a rock across the pond. That's the way he throws his fastball.
That's the first water polo pitching crossover you've ever heard?
Yeah, I don't think baseball scouts are combing the land on water polo for pitchers, but maybe they should start.
2-2. Now we need to get you. We need to get you out in the pool with Ryan and have you doing the egg beater and all the different ways you can tread water.
That is the deep end of the pool.
Yep.
That is a workout. His dad was a great endurance athlete. When Joe was about 7 or 8, he was running like 7-8 mile cross-country races with his father.
Payoff pitch is cut on and missed for strike 3. 4 batters in a row that Ryan has retired have gone down on strikeouts.
What?
Tape or bubble? Was that wasn't actually.
What did I just see?
That wasn't actually double bubble that was taped to his bat, right?
I'll buy that more than he's chewing tape. That can't taste good.
Huh. tape disguised as gum. That's a first. 1 ball and 1 strike on Donovan. So the first water polo turned 95-mile-an-hour fastball against the first bat taped termed gum batter in the big leagues. I think we'll mark that down. 1-1 is pulled through for a base hit. Nootbaar makes the turn but stops. Hit batter and a single and 2 aboard for the Cardinals. What did we just see, Tom?
I do have to see that again. I didn't think I'd need a slow motion replay, but I do. Yeah, that's tape.
That's not gum.
Oh my goodness. I've seen batters, you know, a lot of guys might smell their bats on a foul ball because they believe you can actually smell when the seams hit against the wood, there's a slight burning scent to it. But I have not seen someone chew their batting tape.
That's a, I don't know, Yasiel Puig type relationship with the bat, right? Puig used to kiss his bat.
It's a new flavor of big league chew.
Right. I'm sure that is already on the internet somewhere. That freeze you just got. Another RBI chance for Arenado after he drove in a run in the first. And he lays off another high fastball.
Big pitch right here. He's got a base. I mean, he's got third base open, but at this point, he really has to be aggressive. See if he goes to the split here.
He went back to the sinker.
Wow, that was a good one, too. That was just what Arenado was looking for and didn't get it. That's when you know you've got a good fastball. You can throw in a 2-0 count, a good hitter looking for it, and get it by him.
Let's see where he goes on the 2-1. And it runs inside again. Just missed Arenado. Would have been the third hit batter for Ryan in this game.
Once again, just getting a little bit too much on the side of the baseball, and look out.
Almost a little early afternoon wake up for Arenado. 2 out there for him, and swing away at the 3-1, and the count's full. Tom, you know that as Little Leagues start to begin this year in the St. Louis metro area, young players just saw what Wilson Contreras did, and some moms and dads are going to be like, Joey, no, don't eat your tape.
Just imagine if Wilson had hit a home run. They'd really all be doing it as a good luck charm.
1 through 9 in the Cardinals lineup. "3-2 is cracked in the air. Arenado underneath it. Wallner right there. Nobody tags up. Nootbaar and Donovan stay at first and second with 2 outs. So on his bobblehead day, Alec Burleson with a chance to do some damage, trying to crack a 1-1 score with 2 on and 2 outs in the third. And Burleson drives it in the air to center, pushing Buxton back, but he cruises underneath it, and the inning is over. Good wood from Burleson, but 2 stranded. 1-1 game through 3.
This year, I'm trying to ace my college bets on FanDuel. So I'm here with somebody smarter than any professor I ever had. What's up, Chuck GPT?
What's up, Chuck IRL?
What do you think about this parlay?
It's great, but why don't you use me for something you really need help with?
What does Charles Barkley really need help with?
Hundreds of results found.
Uh-oh.
Pronouncing alma mater.
What?
Remembering that there's no East Virginia. Conflict resolution. Free throw percentage.
New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sports book.
Learning the players' names.
Ace's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at Ace. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Freedom is getting to write your own. So get 10% off a Jeep Wrangler, or get into a Jeep Grand Cherokee, where freedom is on-road or off, where it's a front row seat to the city, or a second row seat, maybe even a third. Life doesn't come with an owner's manual, so get out there and write your own.
During the Jeep Celebration event, get 10% below MSRP for an average of $5,650 under MSRP on these 2024 Jeep Wrangler models. See your local Jeep brand dealer today.
If you want tiny value meals, go elsewhere. If you want crispy fish or chicken with an upgrade to large fry and drink for just $6.99, head to Arby's. We have the meats.
Today, let's paint with Bear. Oh, you're already done.
Yeah, we painted earlier.
He did the research. Bear has #1 rated products.
Guess I'm not really needed here today.
No.
He's gone.
I'm still here. Do your research and get great value at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
1 run for the Twins, 1 run for the Cardinals, 1 piece of tape eaten through 3.5 innings in St. Louis. I cannot get over what we just saw in that last half inning. Wilson Contreras spit it out. No, just swallow it. Byron Buxton gets it started against Fetty, who had a 7-pitch inning in the third, helped by a double play that Mason Wynn turned beautifully up the middle. And Buxton laces that foul.
Yeah, Fetty got away with that one. That's the pitch kind of remade his career, right? He got released non-tendered by the Nationals and went to a pitching lab out in Arizona, came up with that sweeper, signed to pitch in Korea, came back a different pitcher.
And fits the sinker in for strike 2. It was a fixed changeup and then the add of the sweeper. The biggest difference is coming back from Korea last year, where he won the KBO's version of the Cy Young, the Choi Dong-won Award. Tom, that's kind of becoming a path back to the big leagues, right? As you win the Choi Dong-won Award, and well, like Fetty and like Kyle Hart, who made the Padres rotation, also won that award last year. Find yourself back. Chase, and out #1 with a strikeout for Buxton in the 4th.
Well, he just showed Buxton everything in the tank. Finished him off with the cutter after nice changeups and sweepers. You know, he had a nice year last year when you think about it. Didn't get a lot of attention, but Fetty last year made 31 starts with a 3.3 ERA. He's one of only 8 pitchers in baseball who reached those thresholds.
Added some value for the White Sox, the trade deadline. Cardinals picked him up, bringing Tommy Pham back too. The bonus of that was another year of club control. It was a 2-year deal he signed out of Korea with the White Sox. So the Cardinals get him for at least this year. Cleanup hitter Trevor Larnach singled his first time up, and then takes the 1-1 out to left for strike 2.
And the other guys who did that last year: Skubal, Wheeler, Reagans, Gilbert, Burns, Lugo, and Bryce Miller. It's a who's who of all-stars.
Now you got the American League Cy Young in there with Skubal. You got Corbin Burns, who signed the big deal with the Arizona Diamondbacks in the offseason. And it was not instant for Fetty, who at one point was looked at as maybe the next Steven Strasburg of the Nationals. But he has certainly found himself in his 30s, Tom.
Yeah, you can see he's got a good athletic delivery. It's not a high effort, high maintenance type delivery. And the command of Both sides of the plate, so important to him. Let's see if he goes upstairs with the cutter here.
2-2 is bounced on a low cutter out to second. Donovan with a covering Fetty there for the second out. Game 2 is a Minnesota Twin for Ty France. Grounded out to second, his first time to the plate against Fetty. And Fetty feeds him strike one. No balls, 2 strikes on France. A couple of guys that were moved at the deadline into the same division last year. Ty France went from Seattle to Cincinnati. And saw Fetty after he was traded from the White Sox to the Cardinals. France took him deep. Went the opposite way on him. Counts 1-2.
I've always thought Ty's got really good power to right center. And the Cardinals outfielder does. The outfield does shade him in that direction. Fetty has shown him 3 straight pitches on that outer half of the plate. Have to look out there.
And just like he did the first time, working all outside, getting a ground ball to the right side. Another quick 1-2-3 for Fetty.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. We use money as a tool to help all the people we hold in our hearts. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we care about. At Thrivent, we help you plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more.
Inside every dog is a struggle between good.
Come on! Something smells really good.
And fun.
No, over here. I can practically taste the fun. Good. Fun. Ew.
But there doesn't have to be.
Wait, is that good and fun?
Let your dog indulge both sides with the delicious, long-lasting chew sessions of good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
Step into a new adventure. The destination is already set. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
Lowe's knows spring is a chance to prove you've got this whole adult thing down. With the right advice and same-day delivery, you'll have your home feeling all grown up. Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best. Because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
A misty weekend in St. Lou. Good enough to play after the tarp was on earlier. Delay on opening day before the Cardinals won 5-3. 1-1 in game 2 onto the bottom of the 4th. With Joe Ryan back to work against Herrera, Walker, and Scott, 6, 7, and 8 for the Redbirds. And first pitch strike from Ryan.
I was joking with Ollie Marmol that when I look at Herrera, I see Marcell Ozuna. That same setup with the low hands, leg out, open stance.
You know, you said that, and that was a total epiphany. I mean, it's almost like they grew up together and were best friends, and he's emulating Marcell Ozuna. It's the exact same.
It's like when you're playing wiffle ball with your buddies, right? Or stick ball, whatever your game is. And you emulate batting stances of your favorite major leaguers. And as Ollie pointed out to me, he's even got the yellow batting gloves, wristbands.
2-1 to the Ozuna lookalike, and it's 2-2.
But I'll tell you what he's also got, like Marcel, incredible barrel awareness. This guy gets the barrel to the baseball. You know, barrel awareness is just being able to react to something, even when you're fooled by a pitch, to still get the barrel on the ball. He's got that gift.
Ryan got him swinging with the splitter.
Not that one. Watch the action here. Down and arm side, disappeared.
Herrera will watch that back and say that one's on you, Tom. Good barrel awareness, strikeout.
Yeah. My bad.
Tom. Here's Jordan Walker. Got hit by a pitch and might have been seeing the ghost of that one that ran up and in on him the first time. Wave and a miss, 1-1. We talked about some of the elite company that Eric Fetty was in. One of 8 pitchers with his line last year. Healthy year for Joe Ryan this year, and a lot of people believe he could make a run the American League Cy Young. Kind of a dark horse guy coming into the year.
No question about it. I mean, he was having a great year last year before he's hurt in August. I'd go right back up to that fastball. Walker swings a little bit uphill, and that fastball just holds its plane at the top of the zone. If I'm Vasquez, I've seen those last 2 swings. I'm going back to that hard sinker up, action running up on his hands. Keep it above his hands.
Walker was not a good fastball hitter last year. 1-2, and he bounces it through the right side for a base hit. It was the fastball. It was up, and a win for Walker with 2 strikes. A 1-out single.
Connor, that's a great example. The margin for error is so thin in this game because that pitch, as you mentioned, it was up, but not as much up as he wanted. It wasn't above the hands. Watch where this pitch comes in. Kind of at the hands. If he gets that, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches higher, you get the swing and miss. Nice job by Walker getting the barrel on that.
So hits in back-to-back games to start the year for Jordan Walker. Sets the table for Victor Scott with 1 away. And the 8th place hitter works ball 1. I understand every pitch was a struggle for Walker early in the year last year, but especially Joe Ryan's strengths. That's why that at-bat's going to make some Cardinal fans smile. Walker was just a 185 hitter against fastballs. Part of a year where he was demoted to AAA the first month of the season in 2024.
Yeah, I think both he and Nolan Gorman, they need to adjust on those fastballs up, and they will.
Well, runner takes off. Throw goes to first. France, a little bit off target, but Correa makes the adjustment. And Walker is out number 2.
You know, he thought he had Joe Ryan timed. Joe Ryan looks at first base, and I put look in quotes, unlike anybody else. He actually turns towards second base, and you see he had a longer hold that time, and Walker thought he had him timed going on first move. I can't recall too many pitchers like Ryan who will actually look over their right shoulder, not their left, with the runner on first base.
Well, major trust in his peripherals. And some help from his infielders, communicating that Walker was off. So now bases cleared, 2 outs for Scott, and the 1-1. Well, Tom, the other day the Cardinals did catch Pablo Lopez on that. He balked in the first inning and timed him up a couple of times on the bases. Didn't work against Ryan. And counts even at 2.
And Connor, that's not guesswork. Teams put in a ton of time, especially the base coaches, on figuring out any tells or patterns of pitchers when it comes to their times to the plate.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and the count's full.
The best in the business, probably Dave McKay with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Bryce Harper was telling me, playing first base with the Phillies, there are times when Dave McKay will say, run. Actually, a voice command to the runner, when to go.
A longtime Cardinals base coach, Dave McKay. Ryan didn't look totally pleased with that last pitch. And the 3-2 is topped foul. Keep this full count alive. Brian lets you know a little bit more what he's thinking compared to Fetty, who's stone-faced most of his outing on the other side for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play poker with Fetty. He'd pick up nothing.
You know, Ryan, sometimes he lets you know I've got pocket aces. Longest debut of the game right here. 8th pitch is fouled back.
Yeah, Vasquez is going to go out and talk here. I think it's time to stay stubborn with that fastball. That's all he's been pumping in here to Scott. Obviously, you do not want to walk him with his speed with 2 outs here. Scott's doing a nice job spoiling these fastballs.
He's been right on him. 4 foul balls in this at bat. That'll see a 9th pitch coming up. Now that Ryan and Vasquez are done meeting. What do you think that head shake was about a few pitches ago? Was that location? Was it?
Yeah, I think probably too much of the plate. But what I like about that timeout, you see the pitch sequence there. Slow the game down. I mean, the pitcher doesn't have a timeout. The batter does. So Vasquez, this becomes a cardio exercise, right? When you get this deep into a bat.
Back in the squat, the 3-2. And we'll see a 10th pitch. There you can see the chest protector pumping a little bit more for Vasquez after doing the shuttle run out to the mound. Marathon AB here. 10 pitches deep. And Scott back up the middle. What an at-bat for one of the most improved guys out of spring training on the Cardinals roster. 2-out single for Scott in the 4th.
I'm telling you, this swing plays, and he just fought off one fastball after another and got one down in the zone over the plate. Good 2-strike approach. You see there's no leg kick, very quiet lower half there with 2 strikes. That is winning an at bat. Let's see if he runs early here. You saw that with Ryan, where he looks over the right shoulder and somehow finds first base. I guess that's good court awareness.
A good point guard or setup man in water polo. That runner is off, and no chance for Vasquez. Good call, Tom.
I love this.
Time for Scott.
Absolutely. 2 outs, running situation. You've got Scott's speed. These are the money bags. When you can get a base when the world knows you're running, that is huge.
So a chance for Wynn to deliver the lead for the Cardinals. Especially with the speed that Scott has. Base hit off on contact. Got to be on alert if you're Larnach, Buxton, and Wallner. Ryan to the 9th place hitter. And couldn't sneak the slider in there. And Scott with a swipe of second. Something he did a bunch in the minors in 2023. Stole over 90 bases. Wynn pops it foul.
Yeah, one thing his speed does, Connor, even at second base, not really a running situation, but he's drawing the attention of Castro, the second baseman. And Castro is really conceding some of his range by working to keep Scott close to second. He's been darting back and forth.
And that hole between first and second place, we saw Wynn go a bunch last year.
Yeah, I think they're bad. I think the dugout might have just told him Stay right there. I'm with you, especially with 2 strikes.
2-2 is driven in the air to left. It sends Larnach back, but it hangs up for him. And the inning is over. Scott stranded, 1-1 game.
Many people told us they'd had stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before.
Oh.
Only Domino's has never had stuffed crust before.
Where's the pizza?
Until now. Introducing Domino's new and first ever stuffed crust pizza.
Yummy.
Try one for the first time tonight.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good. For you. Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together.
Tournament insanity continues Monday only on FS1. Starting with Utah versus Butler, George Washington versus Boise State, Nebraska versus Arizona State, and Georgetown versus Washington State. 4 great games of postseason action. The college basketball crown, Monday on FS1.
We had 3 regular guys try Harry's for the first time.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah, there it is. Smooth.
And told them an 8-pack of refills is $17.
Wow. I have to switch razors.
Get started for $7 at harrys.com/shaving.
Come on, Charlie. Use your new door. Let's go. I said go! Silly dog. I'm gonna trade you for a cat. Red Bull gives you wings.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Mando's different. It's tough enough to control body odor in all your toughest smelling places. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology and pH optimized. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat anywhere on your body. Order Mando Whole Body Deodorant today and control your body odor better everywhere.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
At MLBShops.com, you can grab something for your dog walker, your Pilates instructor, your bandmate, your boss. Visit MLBShop.com for officially licensed merchandise.
Day 2 of the big league season for the Twins and Cards. Start at the top of the 5th with Mickey Gasper taking strike 1. Not quite as antsy as he looked when he popped out in the second, went after the first pitch. And take it whichever way you want, Tom. Either Fetty's been super efficient or the Twins super aggressive. Either way, Fetty just 48 pitches at the start of this 5th.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of weak contact, throwing strikes.
Gasper got 18 at-bats in the big leagues last year at the Red Sox. And that's it. He's 0 for 19 in his big league career. Looking for that first one. And a bouncing ball, just foul.
You know what the worst part of that was? You know, these guys all have the iPads in the dugout.
Huh.
Like, his parents were in the stands, and the players were looking at the local Boston feed, and it was showing his parents. So he goes back and looks at his at-bats, and he's seeing his mom and dad in the stands.
He said he had to stop. He couldn't keep looking at it because his parents are devastated. Their son is starting 0 for 18. He's just trying to pick up the spin on a curveball. And the broadcast feed is showing his parents in agony.
I like Rocco's description of, first of all, he said he's hit every place he's been. He's going to hit. There's no question about it. But he said the way he gets into his stance, and I guess the mustache too, he said he looks like a 1986 baseball card. I can dig that.
Yeah, if Borat were on a 1960s baseball card, I'm with you with that mustache. He's underneath it to right. And Walker puts him away. So it's an 0 for 20 start to Mickey Gasper's big league career.
Just in case you're wondering, the all-time record for a career 0-fer is 0 for 41. It's a pitcher for the 1975 Mets, Randy Tate.
Did you cover Randy Tate?
I did not.
Willie Castro with one out.
0 for 41 with 22 punch-outs. Don't you miss pitchers hitting?
I do.
For that reason?
I think, well, no, I think Adam Wainwright, who works with us now, would would probably agree to. Bouncing ball to second. Brendan Donovan has out number 2 in his grasp. Yeah, I mean, I miss the Mike Hampton, Carlos Zambranos of the world that got to hit for themselves and would hit, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 home runs a year out of the
Yeah, Madison Bumgarner. You know, the problem, though, and I'm with you, and I love the old-style National League baseball with the pitcher and the lineup and the strategy and all that. But the way the game is now, these guys are pitchers at an early age, and they stop hitting at an early age. So the at-bats got worse and worse. A game of specialization in a world of specialization.
I think Hunter Green with the Reds would be fine if that came back. Former two-way star.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching Paul Skeens swing it. You know, there's a lot of people, you know, he was a catcher and closer at Air Force who think he could legitimately be, if he stuck with hitting, a 30 home run guy in the big leagues.
And this is where everybody on their couch is saying, Tom, Connor, Ohtani. We still have that.
Yeah, he can hit and pitch a little bit.
2-1 to Miranda. Is in the air to left, twisting foul.
That's one of the few mistakes Eric has made. I mean, as a hitter, you know when a guy's been around the edges of the plate, a lot of late movement, you got to take advantage of those few times he leaves the ball center cut. That's a hanger right there.
Saw Joe Ryan get away with that at the end of his half inning. 2-2. Moore fine with it, and a diving play by Contreras. A catcher that can play first base, too. A gem for Contreras to get out of the 5th.
The future is here. We've been creating it for more than 100 years, putting the most advanced technology into people's hands, generation after generation, tool after tool, bringing you the most reliable network of authorized sales and service dealers. Always moving forward. We lead, others follow.
Step into an electrifying world of choice. Everything you need to move through your world, your way, is ready and waiting. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best. Because it is the best. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Introducing 2 new Baja Chipotle subs featuring our world-famous Baja Chipotle sauce. Listen, that's the Baja Chipotle talking. Well, it's actually me talking, but you know what I mean. Find your fresh with the new Baja Chipotle collection at Subway.
Rated Teen.
When instability consumes order, the world needs hunters. Monster Hunter Wilds, available now. You knew finals would test you. You didn't know your allergies would test you more.
The principles of...
For whatever happens next.
Of Riemannian geometry. Thank you.
Grab Kleenex.
Good game halfway through. One aside. Twins with a Willie Castro RBI double in the second. Nothing against Joe Ryan for the Cardinals since the first on the RBI single by Nolan Arenado. Third time through the lineup. Joe Ryan 73 pitches. And Luke Barr goes first pitch hunting. Tom, the water polo background, it comes up again in my mind. You see Ryan between innings do that swimmer stretch. It's kind of the Michael Phelps coming off the block stretch.
Yeah, he likes to describe himself as a hyper-mobile athlete, very flexible. And again, growing up, he considered himself like a full-time water polo player who played baseball on the side. That was his first love, really his main sport. And just developed into a really good pitcher later.
A couple of Californians going at it. Nootbaar against Ryan. And a 2-1. Yanked in the ground. Castro ranges, slides, and picks it cleanly. Nootbaar the first one out. Time for our double play duo, sponsored by Thrivent. And you eat a little tape, become a meme on the internet, and then you also do this. That's the power that comes from double bubble turns for Wilson Contreras. And now he'll try to take that Little League theory that we had and turn it into a big swing here in the 5th.
I'm trying to see if I can see the tape on his bat. It looks like he's got a, I don't know if it's the same kind of tape. The edible kind, apparently.
Well, he's still chewing something. I don't know if that's the tape from before, if that's actual gum, but he faces an 0-2. And that flipped back over the plate, but a ground ball to Miranda. And throws out Contreras.
Yeah, that was the second time that in the last 2 innings here that Ryan got away with a sweeper in the zone. You can see he actually flinched. Sometimes as a pitcher, you let the ball go and you know it's trouble on the way. Got away with it.
Rocco Baldelli said this was going to be a real start. You know, it's not going to be 115 pitches for Joe Ryan. So he faces Donovan, who goes first pitch swinging, slugs it into the air to center. Buxton racing back at the wall. He makes the catch. We've seen that a few times from Twins center fielders over the year, including Buxton, who robs Donovan.
You could buy on your own. You could get a lender, get showings, get catfished, get more showings, get through all the paperwork, get an inspector. Nope, definitely not him. Yeah, Chuck will be good, right? Sure. No deal. Get into negotiations, get a stress rash, get to see a new side of your spouse, get a divorce. Just kidding. And finally, with the last breath you have, get ready to close. Or you could get an agent who is a realtor with the expertise and ethical training to make home happen.
Derek!
Hey, Mom, I need to lay low for a couple days. There's too much heat on this car.
Too much heat?
I only paid for a Hyundai Tucson.
Ruth! Listen, Jenna, I need to lay low for a few days. Why?
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 2.99% APR for 72 months on select Hyundai vehicles.
You know what this program needs? New Dr. Pepper Blackberry!
It's full Dr. Pepper! It's sweet blackberry flavor!
Bingo! There's even zero sugar! And we got a new mascot, too! Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
At Little Caesars, get a large 2-topping pizza for only $5.99 when you order online. Try mushroom and green pepper or pepperoni and Italian sausage. For $5.99, it's a steal. Choose a large 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $5.99 when you order online.
Pizza.
Rated teen.
The world is filled with forces too powerful to tame, too vital to ignore. Monster Hunter Wilds. Available now.
PlayStation.
It's always breath-holding time when you see Byron Buxton race back to the wall, because something great's about to happen, typically, when he's in range. And you also clench up a little bit as a Twins fan, hoping he doesn't crash into that wall too hard with his injury history. Makes a great play to Rob Donovan to end the 5th inning. And now it's 9-1-2 against Eric Fetty.
I've always said greatness definition is making the difficult look easy. That's what he does in center field. I mean, he just made that play look easy because he reacted so well to the ball and took a great route there.
Well, so great to see Buxton have his first healthy offseason in a while. First time in about a half decade he's had the full offseason where he's not just searching for health in some way. One-two to Vasquez. And that's the big key, right? Is the big three for the Twins. Correa and Buxton both healthy to start the year. They hope to get Royce Lewis, who injured his hamstring late in spring training, back in a few weeks. Break-even pitch. Count goes full. And quick turnaround for Fetty after an 8-pitch inning from Joe Ryan. And the 6th pitch of this at-bat is poked to right, but routine for Walker. And one away in the top of the 6th. Hey, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your favorite team gear. Third time through, Matt Wallner out of the leadoff spot for the Twins. Bounces the first pitch foul.
Yeah, that's important too, Connor. I mean, typically in a game 1-1 at this point, third time through, you would have, as a manager, someone in the bullpen at least getting loose. But Fetty's been so efficient. St. Louis bullpen is quiet. It's his game.
Well, not only the start of the third time through today for these Twins hitters, they've seen a lot of Fetty the last year. This is his 4th start in less than a calendar year. And he was outstanding twice with the White Sox, once again with the Cardinals. Had a career high 11 strikeouts last April. Off the end of the bat, out to left center. Scott cruises over. And 2 flyouts. Have 2 up and 2 down at the top of the 6th for Fetty. Fetty just went over 70 pitches. And Carlos Correa, an 0 for 6 start to his Twin season. And he golfs that high in the air to left. Hanging up for Nootbaar. And the Twins hit for the flyout cycle in the 6th. 1 to right, 1 to center, 1 to left.
Subway's $6.99 for literally any foot-long deal is headed to overtime. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Order now in the Subway app. Use code $6.99FLNOW. Deals only here until April 2nd.
Step into a world of thoughtful consideration. Everything you need is within reach. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Since the dawn of baseball, every player has honed their unique skills. Who from this era will prove worthy of legend? The world watches as the journey unfolds.
Right this second, at some drive-thru somewhere, I'll have a... Someone really wants a soda. Which just feels like a whole lot of sugar to have in broad daylight.
Hello?
She's thinking.
Are you okay?
I'm thinking. See? What if there were a better soda?
Hurry up! Okay, I'm gonna freak out. It's a drive-thru, not a confession booth. Show of a poppy, please.
Okay, wait. 5 grams of sugar? That's actually an amazing call.
Good, right?
Uh-huh. It is good.
What's blooming at Old Navy? Save 50% off everything online this Sunday through Wednesday. Bright sunflower styles and deals that will blow you away. It's Old Navy.
ShipStation lets you keep up with the growth of your business. You can sync inventory and manage returns across all your sales channels, so you ship the right products to the right customers. Head to ShipStation.com to start your free trial.
Round one of the college basketball crown starts Monday on FS1. Utah against Butler at 3 Eastern. George Washington, Boise State at 5:30. Nebraska, Arizona State to follow. Then Georgetown and Washington State at 11. College basketball crown is Monday on FS1. All new basketball tournament. Be out in Vegas. Day is done for Joe Ryan. 5 innings, 1 run on 5 hits, and it's Jorge Alcala onto the mound for the first time for the Twins.
You'll see good power stuff, high 90s on the fastball. You know, Connor, I thought Joe Ryan was really good. I think Rocco Baldelli maybe saw some of those breaking balls left in the zone the last couple of innings. Maybe later in the season, he gets this inning.
Good slider from Alcala. Yeah, each of the final 2 innings for Ryan ended with deep fly balls. The one off the bat a win, then the one that Buxton plucked off the wall from Donovan.
But I like the way Joe uses fastball a lot. We talked about diminished fastball usage last couple of years.
Arenado right back at Alcala, out to short. Bare hand Correa, and it's through. And Arenado makes the turn for second. That ball out into shallow left center. So an extra base for Arenado. On a ball he absolutely scalded.
And a lot of times these hard throwers, you see that he's pointing the right arm, the shoulder. They're not in position to field their position after they release. Not much you can do when it's hit that hard. And for me, Correa here is a little too quick to try to barehand this ball. I think with Arenado running, you have time to use the glove. The ball's still moving very quickly. That's a hard play for a fielder to make, to barehand a ball that's moving quickly. And that allows Arenado to move up. There's also, it looked like a lot of spin on that ball as well.
Nick Paparesta, the athletic trainer, out there with Rocco Baldelli, the Twins manager, after a ball that was hit 95 miles an hour. Went right off the back of Alcala. So hard in, hard out. Alcala will stay in the game. I'll tell you, Tom, if you're Cardinals, you got to be real encouraged by the first 2 days of this year with how Arenado's swinging the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, especially how quick the bat looks. That was the question last year. Early signs very good.
And Alec Burleson. That's the Arenado double.
Good guy to have up in this spot. Good pull hitter. He stands as close to the plate as just about anybody in baseball other than Ozzie Albies from the left side. He invites the ball in.
And Alcala went away from him. He did not go. Ryan Fernandez, who Ali Marmol told us is up today after he had some hip tightness, kept him out of opening day. See if he gets the 7th behind Fetty. 2-0. Fernandez is one of multiple setup men that the Cardinals have. So maybe that's score dependent. If this 1-1 game turns into something else.
Yeah, I would give him the green light here, 3-0, just in case you do get that middle fastball.
He did look geared up, but watched it go by on the changeup. So the first 2 men reach against Alcala. Arenado double, Burleson walk. And here comes Ivan Herrera.
Yeah, that was very careful with the base open to the left-handed hitter, Burleson.
And Pete Mackey will come out, pitching coach. He's in his 5th year with the Twins. You think that's the message? Be less careful?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful here with Herrera, first pitch fastball, but you do have to attack the zone. I mean, I get you have 2 right-handed hitters behind Burleson, but Really, that was an easy 4-pitch walk. Nothing was really tempting.
A high leverage arm, Cole Sands has grabbed the ball.
And that's another reason for that mound visit, just to make sure you get someone loose. Who knows? That shoulder could be stiffening up after getting hit by the Arenado line drive.
Well, it's the Cardinals' leading hitter from last year, 301 hitter, Ivan Herrera, who did not see Joe Ryan well. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. And he chases. That's one way to get Alcala back on track. Spike strike one.
Yeah, I got no problem with the swing, though. I mean, he's sitting first pitch fastball. Why not? Sell out for it. Didn't get it. And that's when you get the swing and miss.
Go ahead, run at second with nobody out. And Herrera bounces one foul. Herrera did real damage against fastballs last year. .310 hitter against fastballs. He's in a breaking ball count after fouling off the 98-mile-per-hour heat. Alcala started him with the breaking ball. Where's he going? 0-2. And he drops another fastball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That was a great reaction by Vasquez. You see 2 right-handers up in the bullpen now.
A converted starter turned full-time reliever Louis Varland has joined Cole Sands. 1-2. Breaking ball never broke. Tom, you saw Vasquez say, settle down now.
Yeah, he overcooked on the previous pitch, the fastball. Vasquez wanted it up. He pulled it. And the same with that breaking ball, overcooked that.
2 on. The 2-2 up the middle past Correa for a base hit. Late break from second for Arenado, but he comes in to score. First hit of the day for Herrera's a go-ahead single. Cardinals have a 2-1 lead in the 6th.
I'm telling you, there's something about Herrera and his barrel awareness, and as you called it, especially on velocity. That's 97 inner half with a 2-strike count. That is one tough out.
So 3 straight have reached against Alcala, and he's not going to see another batter. So new pitcher coming in. 3 straight have reached. Cardinals retake the lead. 2-1 in the 6th.
Oh.
Huh, nature sure is full of wonders.
Red Bull gives you wings.
The new Red Bull Spring Edition with a taste of grapefruit and blossom. With and without sugar.
What do you think we're gonna see? Lots of princesses. That sing? Yeah, and there's villains too. Whoa. Tons of rides. And treats. And I heard at night, all the stars come down from the sky and make your dreams come true.
Don't miss Cool Kids Summer with special savings on theme park tickets and new Walt Disney World fun.
Nice going, Lou. Nothing like a little confidence boost to help ease you back into the dating scene. Of course, that also includes having a smile you feel good about. Fortunately, Aspen Dental specializes in dentures and implants made just for you, with affordable options and flexible ways to pay. And now there's $0 down plus 0 interest if paid in full in 18 months. Helping our patients put their best smile forward. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
Tournament insanity continues Monday only on FS1. The college basketball
Basketball Crown.
Things are starting to heat up.
Starting with Utah versus Butler at 3 p.m. George Washington versus Boise State at 5:30 p.m. Nebraska versus Arizona State at 8:30 p.m. And Georgetown versus Washington State at 11 p.m. 4 great games of postseason action. The College Basketball Crown, Monday on FS1.
Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow @PlayBall on X, Facebook, and Instagram. With Tom Verducci, Connor Onion in St. Louis, it's Varland out of the bullpen for the first time. Louis Varland moving from a bit of a swing role. He was both starter and reliever the past couple of years. And he's converting full-time to a bullpen arm.
Yeah, I'm guessing that Rocco wanted him for the fastball up. Slider right there. Yeah, 2 right-handers available. And he went with Varland over Sands. Sands more of a cutter guy. Varland more of the higher velocity guy. And I was watching Jordan taking some practice swings, practicing getting on top of the ball.
Jordan Walker, who's reached in each of the first 2 games. Single and a hit batter in his first 2 at-bats in this game. Ivan Herrera just gave the Cardinals the lead and chased Alcala from the game. Walker lays off. Crucial for Walker to start fast. Last 2 seasons, really slow March and Aprils. Cardinals want as many at-bats for him as possible this year. He's on the 1-2 down the right field side, and it is out of play, out of the reach of Ty France.
That was the pitch I thought Varland wanted to get him on. That's a nice job by Walker to foul that off. I told you his practice swings, he's exactly trying to mimic that high fastball to keep his hands above it and not swing up to it. That's a good foul ball to get to another pitch.
Well, Varland goes downstairs, changes the eye level on him after he was geared up for that high fastball.
That's 2 good takes on those sliders. Early, Varland wants them to be a little more tempting, but Walker was very calm taking those 2 sliders.
Break-even pitch is spiked at 98.
Challenge time. Gotta aim for the middle right here. Yeah, gotta aim for the middle.
Varland can't hit the spot. And the bases are juiced with 4 straight Cardinals reaching to start the 6th.
Well, I did not like that pitch. I mean, it's not as if he's been commanding that slider. And to think you're going to break one off at 3-2 when you throw 98, now you're really in trouble.
Tom, how about those 3 takes from Walker? 3 sliders he went off.
Yeah, very calm in the box.
Scott, first pitch swinging. And the Cardinals did a decent job on opening day with runners in scoring position. They were 3 for 11, about 50 points higher than their number all last season.
You see Correa in the middle of the field. He's basically like a quarterback calling defensive signals to the other infielders.
Yeah, you need him out there with one of those boards that has Tom Verducci's face on it.
Well, it's tough because you got no outs. You can't come all the way in. You're not really going to have much of a chance to double up Scott. A lot of pressure on the infielders.
Bases full. The 2-strike pitch is blocked by Vasquez. We saw Scott go right back up the middle, part of a 10-pitch at bat in the 4th 4th inning. Didn't materialize into anything. Down here at the bottom, the 1-2. Didn't mean to. Protected just in case. This is the chaos part of the lineup for the Cardinals. The speed of Scott and Wynn. Done some good 2-strike hitting today. Another 2-strike offering is fouled off. Tom, the Cardinals have 6 2-strike hits in this game.
Yeah, these are quality foul balls too. I mean, he's really timed the fastball well today. Has Scott timed it for a little bit of a wrinkle. Now, there it was. It wasn't a great one though.
Ollie Marmol looks pretty pleased by that last swing that Scott got. Who has fouled off 11 pitches in this game. 11. Battling with 2 strikes again, and he goes down finally. Varland gets him with the off speed.
Great changeup. This looks entirely like a fastball. It's just not there by the time the barrel gets through the zone. The pitch he hadn't seen in that sequence. Great execution.
Mason Wynn 0 for 2 start to his game 2. With the bases full and 1 out.
And the infield remains up, Connor. It's what you're talking about. This chaos at the bottom, the speed will force you into making aggressive decisions position-wise.
Big cut. Even count. Tom Correa cheated a little bit more toward the hole with Wynn up versus basically standing on second base with Scott up there. 1-1. Same spot. Didn't swing this time. 1-2. One of the best 2-strike hitters in baseball last year, Mason Wynn. He's top 5 in Major League Baseball, hitting .244 with 2 strikes. With the bases loaded in 2 strikes, he goes down swinging. Gas from Varland, and they're 2 away.
That's a great job reading the hitter once again. He was not seeing that 4-seamer. Varland shook. He wanted to go back to that pitch and did.
So Varland is 1 pitch away from coming in with a bunch of traffic and not allowing a thing. He's got Lars Nootbaar up there, who golfs the first pitch foul. Varland came in, 2 guys on, walked Walker. Strikeout of Scott and Wynn. And he's on the edge of keeping it a 1-run game. Nootbaar back through the box for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the 2nd run. Throw cut off. And Lars Nootbaar's hot start to the year carries on. It is 4-1 Cardinals.
You'll see the location. It's a fastball down. Look where Vasquez wants it. Much easier to get to 99 when it's at the bottom half of the zone than the top. That is called being wild in the strike zone. Missed location in the zone and paid for it. Nice job by Nootbaar pouncing on it.
Well, Ollie Marmol told us about how Nootbaar is the ideal leadoff guy for this team right now because of him spraying balls all over the yard with hard contacts, and he squares up another one. Varland ahead 0-2 on Contreras.
And I'm liking this new version of Nootbaar. I'm talking about a more aggressive Nootbaar, letting it fly early in counts, even chasing some pitches on the borders of the zone.
0-2, and Contreras goes down on the breaking ball. So Varland strikes out the side, but Lars Nootbaar, another big swing.
Any given Saturday. And a little work. And a little play. Hey, little help? And a truck that says no to nothing.
Hi, Dad. Can I get them a ride?
Yeah. The Silverado Trail Boss and Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
So why can't we say we're the best home shopping site?
Because while true, you just can't say that legally.
So I can't say Homes.com is the best?
No.
What if we jumbled up the words?
Homes best is com.the.
No.
What if we said it in Spanish?
Homes.com es el mejor.
No.
What if we whispered it?
Homes.com is the best.
No.
Fine. What if he said it?
Homes.com. It's the best.
Mr. Freeman, I'm sorry, but we can't say that.
Say what?
Homes.com is the best.
Aha!
Homes.com.
It's the best.
This entire meal for just $6.99. Crispy Fisher chicken. Large drink, large fry, but not the cutting board. Don't be greedy. Arby's, we have the meats.
Gary, used car shopping can't hurt you.
But what if I overpaid?
Come out and I'll show you a better way.
Well, you said...
I know. I said nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident, but there's no reason to shop with fear.
Well, show me, Carfox.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
I wasn't scared.
Sure. Can we talk about the PJs?
I'll talk about them, as long as you keep it positive, because I like these things.
No fear, just Fox. Say, show me at Carfax.com.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best, because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
Another good day against the Minnesota Twins for Eric Fetty, who leaves his start 6 innings, 1 run, another quality start. And it's off to Ryan Fernandez for the first time today. One of the high leverage arms the Cardinals have. And Byron Buxton tops it down the third base line, but it's backhanded by Arenado. Nice play for the 10-time Gold Glove Award winner for out number 1 in the 7th.
Arenado is just so good on the move. I mean, he grew up playing shortstop like a lot of infielders, but you know, you think of third base as a stationary step in a dive position. He's about range.
I mean, he looks quicker getting to the ball. Arenado does at the plate. He looks spry out in the field like he always does. That weight he dropped in the offseason looks like it's having a real big positive impact just 2 games in.
Yeah, I give him a lot of credit, Connor, because you and I, everybody else, we heard all the rumors all winter long about where he's going. The Cardinals were trying to accommodate a trade request. You know, your head is kind of someplace else and you wind up back in the same spot, and he has turned the page and it looks like he's just embracing being back here.
Hey, he could have been a Houston Astro if he wanted to. Used his no trade clause. Astros moved on from Alex Bregman and deal was about done. Arenado is kind of in the orbit of Alex Bregman's free agency all year. There's rumored interest from the Red Sox also, but then the Red Sox signed Bregman, and that was the end of that. Two from Fernandez. The count goes full. A successful rookie year for Fernandez means that Ali Marmol's going to trust him in some more high leverage spots in 2025, especially without Andrew Kittredge in this bullpen now, who signed in the offseason with the Orioles.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to find the release spot of that breaking ball. I mean, it shows up as a curveball. It's essentially a slider. It's kind of in between. It's a power curveball / slider. That's his go-to pitch. Wouldn't surprise me to see it here. It's his best swing and miss pitch.
A slider much better than the fastball was last year. People hit under 200 against the slider on the fastball. It's lifted to left for Nootbaar. Tongue out and all. He makes the play. Well, tonight is baseball night in America. The Mets, newly minted superstar Juan Soto homered for the first time at the Met last night. New York Mets against Jose Altuve and the Astros. Altuve playing left field now. Or the Braves and the Padres. Baseball night in America is back tonight at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check your local listings for the game in your area. And Christian Vasquez fouls, or Ty France, excuse me, fouls the first pitch back. And 2 up, 2 down for Fernandez. Counts 1-1.
They have stayed away from Ty France all game.
Away from him again. He belts it to right. Walker flips the hips, but he opens up to make the catch against the wall. Twins don't have a hit since the second inning, trailing by 3.
Coffee Mate is the world's biggest coffee lover because we
biggest
love.
coffee lover?
Huh?
Impossible.
Well, Coffee Mate loves all the ways you enjoy. Biggest coffee lover? I flew to Thailand for this. We have flavors from all over the world.
I love iced coffee so much. I lost 2 fingers.
Wow. Well,
We need our little coffee treats, even if it means we'll never afford a house.
what I'm trying to say is. Okay, maybe we're the second biggest coffee lovers.
Step into a new adventure. The destination is already set. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
Lowe's knows running a home or business can add up fast. But with a free MyLowe's Rewards membership, your earnings add up fast too. Earn points toward MyLowe's money, get member-only deals, and free shipping. Join for free and get more with Lowe's.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. We use money as a tool to help all the people we hold in our hearts. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we care about. At Thrivent, we help you plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good. For you, Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together.
Stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season, plus live audio for all 30 teams. No blackouts. Includes access to the minor league games, MLB beginning, and pre- and post-game shows. Visit MLB.com @bat for details. Enjoyed little rain delay theater on MLB.TV the other day. The start of this series, Katie Storm was working overtime on the Twins pregame show. After an hour-and-a-half delay to start the season. Swing and a miss to Brendan Donovan. Danny Coulombe into the game for the first time. St. Louis native pitching in the ballpark that's about 20 minutes from where he grew up. You know, Tom, it's common if you go to a social event in St. Louis. People that grew up in St. Louis love to ask you, where did you go to high school? It's like the #1 icebreaker you get if you go somewhere in St. Louis. 0-2 from the St. Louis native. And Donovan slices one to center, but not what he's wanted to test his last 2 times up there. Another one out to Buxton.
Well, that's the pitch that got Danny to the major leagues, that curveball. That wasn't his best. He left it up in the zone, but it was Steve Ontiveros, the former major league pitcher, pitched for Oakland for a long time. I think he won an ERA title a long time ago. who showed him the grip and how to throw that pitch, and it's the same way he throws it today. Oh. It's got to make somebody proud, right? You have a teacher, a coach along the way who shows you a pitch, and it's the same pitch you're seeing on TV in the major league. It's pretty cool.
Will bring a big smile to your face. Coulomb against Arenado, the 1-0. And there for a strike. I'm sure it's the same for whoever taught you to write. They're reading your articles. They're watching you on TV. Same proud teacher.
We are the product of so many people, right? I mean, even when you watch Nolan Arenado hit, you'll watch him move his feet a lot. Let's start out in Colorado with Troy Tulowitzki, who did the same thing. It's very unusual for hitters to move their feet in the box. Nolan's done it his whole career, happened to get drafted by Colorado and play with Troy.
Discerning eye on the 1-2. Coulomb can throw the kitchen sink at you, especially with 2 strikes. Soft tossing lefty on the break even. It's upstairs, 3-2. A 3-run 6th inning for the Cardinals. Broke a 1-1 tie. Fetty and Fernandez have held the Twins without a hit several innings running. And there's ball 4 to Arenado, who's on for a 3rd time today. Burleson swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Coulomb wanted a shot at it. Instead, Miranda calls him off.
Yeah, I guess he didn't get the memo. Pitchers aren't allowed to catch pop-ups.
Well, if they can't hit now, they've got to prove they're athletes somehow.
Yeah.
Ivan Herrera with 2 outs and a man aboard here in the 7th. I don't think I paid off the Coulomb high school thing. So people in St. Louis love to ask you, where did you go to high school if you grew up in the area? And Coulomb, a disappointing icebreaker at parties when he's back home. He moved out by the time he was in high school. Phoenix, Arizona. So he wasn't.
I was going to say, yeah, you threw me there because I knew Ontiveros worked at an academy out in Arizona. I was like, did he go out there from St. Louis?
Long commute.
Yeah.
Herrera yanks it. Fair ball past the dive of Miranda. Off in the crack of the bat. Arenado chugs to 3rd as Larnach digs it out of the corner, and the stop sign is up. And it is a 2nd hit of the day for Herrera. A 2-out double to put him at 2nd and 3rd.
This guy's a hitter. Saw him turn around 97. This time the cutter. Didn't have quite the bite that Coulomb wanted. It's actually a good job by Larnach, taking his time, knowing Arenado is running there. Didn't have to charge hard against the wall to cut it off.
So another RBI chance for Jordan Walker, who will just not swing at breaking balls out of the zone his last 2 times up there. Shown real good discipline on a 3-reach day to this point. And Walker swings at one in the zone and fouls it off.
Yeah, he got one. It's the one he waited for. But as you mentioned, really good swing decisions today. Fastballs in the zone, breaking balls in the zone, let it fly.
And he does on the 1-1 and drives it out to left. Larnach trots to the gap and puts away the bottom of the 7th. Coulomb worked himself into some trouble. Strands 2, keeps it at 3 runs.
At Little Caesars, get a large 2-topping pizza for only $5.99 when you order online. Try mushroom and green pepper or pepperoni and Italian sausage. For $5.99, it's a steal. Choose a large 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $5.99 when you order online.
Pizza, pizza.
Ah, yummy, yummy goodness. Isn't that the best part of good and fun?
No way! It's all the chewy fun.
I mean, if that were true, it'd be called fun and good.
Oh.
Don't even think about it.
Indulge both sides with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
Baseball night in America is back.
Wow, look at this.
Tonight at 7 Eastern on Fox.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale is happening now for just $2.99 a month. Start streaming Fox Nation's original exclusive premium content. The Fox Nation Spring Sale, just $2.99 a month. Sign up today.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. Plus, tadalafil, the active ingredient in Cialis, stays in your system for long-lasting results. Faster acting and long-lasting? We got you. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
Just one kiss.
With Reynolds Wrap, cooking becomes so easy, you can feel like the chef of your kitchen. Easy prep, easy cook, easy clean. Reynolds Wrap.
We had 3 regular guys try Harry's for the first time.
Wow, this is beautiful. Yeah, there it is. Smooth.
And told them an 8-pack of refills is $17.
Wow. I have to switch razors.
Get started for $7 at harrys.com/shaving.
Tomorrow it's time for some door-to-door short track racing as the NASCAR Cup Series takes on Martinsville. The pre-race gets things going at 1:30 Eastern, then the green flag at 3 o'clock tomorrow on FS1. Jojo Romero spins around the switch hitting part of the lineup for the Twins. Mickey Gasper in the hole. Wynn picks it. Throw to first, not in time. And there is the first big league hit for Mickey Gasper. So that baseball will get thrown out of play. And after 20 ABs in the big leagues, number 21, the charm for Gasper.
This is so cool. You're talking about a guy drafted in a round that no longer exists. The 27th round back in 2018. Makes his first opening day roster, and here we are in game number 2. First big league hit.
A career minor leaguer. He found out the Monday before opening day that he had made the team. And even that wasn't a slam dunk. As Castro watches the changeup out. The final week of spring training, Gasper was playing second base. He collided with his shortstop on a grounder up the middle and sliced open his ankle. Left the ballpark on crutches. Got 6 stitches. Tom, we were even joking with Rocco Baldelli before the game. Is this going to be a Kurt Schilling bloody sock type day for Mickey Gasper going out there?
Well, Rocco went into quite the detail describing that gash.
Actually,
they insisted on taking him off with a cart.
It seemed like he was a little bit scarred by like how deep the cut was. He knew it down to the inch and described the gore in great detail to us before the game. But even with that little doubt, Gasper makes the team, has his first big league hit. And the Twins are a Castro reach away here from bringing the tying run to the plate in the 8th inning. Was swatted to right. What is caught by Ciani. who's into the game for Jordan Walker. And Gasper retreats to first. So the Cardinals going with their all-hands team with one of their defensive aces, Siani, out and right.
Yeah, that is a really, really premier outfield they have right now. Essentially 3 center fielders.
I take that back. That's Scott in right. Siani's in center. Siani is in the game, but that pushes Scott over to right. That is the all-hands team with Newt Barr still out and left. So here's Jose Miranda with 1 out, 1 on. Right at the bottom of the zone from Romero for strike 1. Little tapper. Win on the charge. Shovel for 1 out. Goes the lead way. Gasper out. Miranda replaces him at first with 2 away.
You know, Fetty dictated how this game was played by being so aggressive on the edges of the plate. I know that Rocco likes to keep track of quality at bats in the course of a game. He'll put a dot next to your name for quality at bats. I mean, we just saw Castro have a nice one, 6 pitches lined out to right field. But there have been few deep counts in this game for the Minnesota Twins.
Well, that helped Fetty throw only the 73 pitches. Ball and a strike. And now they're seeing the high leverage arms. Romero has earned a high leverage role in the Cardinals bullpen for the 2nd straight year. Trying to pass it on to Ryan Helsley. Turned on, yanked down into the left field corner. That is a foul ball. The all-hands team extends into the Cardinals crowd too, apparently. Get Siani and Scott in there in the outfield together. Fan snag.
With or without a glove? Because I love it when people bring their gloves to the game. You're never too old for that.
So you're a big Jim Harbaugh fan.
Yeah, there you go.
Underneath it, shallow center. This is Siani this time. Inning is over. Romero works around the leadoff single. To the bottom of the 8th we go.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Go on.
I think I got away with something I shouldn't have. The temptation, it was too much.
What did you do?
Well, I got a brand new Hyundai Ioniq 5 for only $5,000.
Holy Santa Fe.
Enjoy the new car.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Deals so right, it almost feels wrong.
Get 2.99% APR for 72 months on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks, your way to money.
Order Arby's $6.99 Big Crispy Fish Meal and upgrade to a large fry and drink. Or order crispy chicken. Because options. Arby's, we have the meats.
You could buy on your own. You could get a lender, get showings, get through all the paperwork, get an inspector, get into negotiations, get a stress rash, and finally get ready to close. Or you could get an agent who's a realtor with the expertise and ethical training to make home happen.
New Garden or Award. The back-to-back 500 champ or the fastest 25-year-old on 4 wheels. One's a king born to win. This is him winning. He wins a lot. The other, a phenom with a killer smile and a thirst for victory. The icon or the idol. So pick a lane, choose a side. or just sit back and watch them both scorch the bricks at the very same time. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
Be part of the action like never before. Cast your vote for the MLB Player of the Game. Voting opens after the 6th inning of every game at MLB.com/POTG. Terms and conditions apply. With Tom Verducci, Connor Onion. It's the closer out of the bullpen for the Twins. Down 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Joan Duran.
Yep, you got to get him out there, get him some work. You don't want your closer sitting for too long. These are always kind of a dangerous situation for closers without that adrenaline rush, but first time out, and you'll see a lot of triple digits.
He gets the 8th batter, Victor Scott, with a triple-digit fastball to start the day for Duran. Another one in the high 90s. A splinker. Makes it 1-1. Part of the conversation around Duran was a drop in velocity last year. It's very relative, Tom, when you're talking a drop in velocity going from 101 to 100. Doesn't feel much safer to a hitter.
Well, you think about it with Duran out there and Helsley warming up in the St. Louis bullpen.
Bunt laid down out in front of the plate. Duran tested right away, and Scott almost legged it out, and he thought he did. He's calling for a review. Not the best bunt, but that's the type of speed he has.
He caught Duran by surprise right there. That's not just another runner going down the line. Oh yeah, he beat that. And they talk about infielders needing to know the speed of the runner. Well, a pitcher, as soon as he lets the ball go, you're an infielder. Got to know that.
Crowd agrees with you, Tom.
Yeah, it seems like this will be a lot quicker than the first one we saw.
We saw the Cardinals lose a challenge early in the game.
After replay, the ball no return, the runner safe.
So it is a bunt single for Victor Scott. 2-hit day out of the 8-hole. A lot of traffic in this game for the Cardinals. 4th time they've had the leadoff runner on. Well, Mason Wynn looking for his first hit. And there goes Scott in the first pitch. Comes in at 100 and not quick enough to get Victor Scott, who has his second stolen bag.
And both times on first pitches. Just love to see that, and I'm telling you, the scouts who are watching this game will make sure they make a note of that for other St. Louis opponents. You got to keep them close.
If he gets on base enough, he is going to be a terror. Likely one.
Might see a bunt here too as well. At least the infielders on the corners are moving in.
He did show bunt. Duran yanked the fastball.
That fastball up is a tough pitch to bunt. You got to make sure you're committed. Get that bat out a little earlier.
He fouled it off.
Yeah, it's just not a commitment. Just the angle of the bat is wrong. I mean, bunting, it's like putting. It's really a matter of commitment. Get the bat out there in front of the plate. Just a little too tentative. The bat lagged behind the plate, just a hair.
As Happy Gilmore would say, just tap, just tap it in. Not showing bunt with 2 strikes. In a way, Wynn works himself into a count that he's arguably more comfortable in.
And we'll see a fastball here.
Great 2-strike hitter last year. 2-2. Does foul off the fastball. Cardinals have been terrific with 2 outs and 2 strikes. No outs and 2 strikes here with Duran. In a battle with Wynn. So back-to-back fastballs that Wynn has been able to spoil. Does Duran think about the splinker on the 3rd pitch of this sequence? Here it comes. And it did go breaking ball. Counts loaded.
Well, challenge time again. You see Wynn is sitting on that fastball, and you have to at 100 and 101.
Here's the payoff. And he watched it go by for ball 4. Single and a walk brings it back to the top. And a chorus of Newt chants bring Lars Nootbaar back to the plate for the 4th time. Three-reach day for Nootbaar, including a 2-out, 2-run single his last time up. And he's in the driver's seat, 2-0.
Earlier, Connor, you called this 8-9 spot in the St. Louis lineup the chaos portion, and that's exactly what they've done. Think about it. Duran is 14 pitches into this inning. He's yet to get it out. The only base hit, so to speak, was that bunt, and it wasn't a great bunt. He just beat the throw to first base, followed by a really good at bat by Wynn, getting the walk. And you're behind now on Nootbaar, 2-0. Stress. Speed started the stress.
As Victor Scott's bunt single, he's out at second. Mason Wynn working a full count, drawing a walk. And Duran has fallen behind Nootbaar, 2-0. After the visit, Duran finds the target. Duran was one of the best ground ball pitchers in the sport last year. He would really like one now. And he almost got one. But with that speed you're talking about, Tom, it's going to be hard to double up anybody on this trio. Scott, Wynn, and Nootbaar.
Yeah, big pitch right here. That was a really nice splinker right there from Duran. Might go back to that, try to get a chase swing here.
Cardinals have 6 2-strike hits in this game. Another 2-strike pitch coming from Duran. Missed the edge. Stressful count for Duran in the 8th. And he's walked and loaded.
I mean, I don't know what Ollie Marmol does in terms of keeping track of quality at bats, Cotter, but if he were, there'd be dots all over the St. Louis lineup card today. I mean, you have to really be impressed with the number of foul balls the deep counts, the takes. And right here, Wilson Contreras has got to be looking first pitch fastball, anything over the plate. You've got a pitcher struggling to find the zone, doesn't want to fall behind, wants to establish the at-bat from the start. And it looks like he's got a full roll of fresh tape on that bat, Connor.
From his mouth back to his bat. Well, a great point about seeking out a fastball. Contreras turned around fastballs at a high level when he was healthy last year. Can sit on one here if he gets one in the zone. And splitter misses. Cardinals looking for insurance in the bottom of the 8th. On a wave and a miss. Back-to-back splinkers to Contreras.
Yeah, right here, if you're Contreras, set your eyes toward the top of the zone. You're looking to drive a fly ball to the middle of the field. That ball down there is a ground ball to one of the infielders who rolled up on the grass right now.
1-1. Another chase.
Well, now you're in survival mode. You haven't seen his four-seamer yet. You've shown that you're anxious chasing out of the zone. You've got a lot to cover here against the great arm on the mound.
Contreras, the only Cardinal not to reach. And they're starting 9. And a 2-strike hole. Duran brings it home. And off his foot foul. Scott started this rally with a bunt single. Walks for Wynn and Nootbaar. Have him juiced. Another 1-2. It is bounced on the ground, and that's wide of the bag.
And I know, Connor, it's a force play at the plate, but with Scott at third base, don't think the infielders don't know that. You have to handle the ball cleanly to get him at the plate.
Infield creeping in again with the 1-2 count. A third 1-2 of this at bat is cut on and missed. Heavy dose of the splinter and the curve, and Duran gets Contreras.
A nice job by Duran and Vasquez here. Just seeing a hitter who is in swing mode. No reason to have to get him out inside the strike zone.
That'll be Justin Topa time when we come back with the bases loaded and 1 out in a 3-run game.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Got one more, Antoine.
With USPS Ground Advantage, it's like you're with us every step of the way.
Right on time.
Stay in the know from your dock to their door.
Mopping is hard work, but I thought it was the only way I can get my floors truly clean. And then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop and realized I can get cleaner floors without the extra work. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact, and the pad's hundreds of strips scrub away sticky messes, even from grout lines. Okay, Power Mop. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. So ditch the bucket and all the hard work that comes along with it with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Freedom is getting to write your own. So get 10% off a Jeep Wrangler, or get into a Jeep Grand Cherokee, where freedom is on-road or off, where it's a front row seat to the city, or a second row seat, maybe even a third. Life doesn't come with an owner's manual, so get out there and write your own.
Right now during the Jeep Celebration event, get $2,500 total cash allowance on 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. See your local Jeep brand dealer today.
Bases loaded, one out for the Cardinals, and on comes Justin Topa, the sinker baller for the Twins. He gets Brendan Donovan and paints a cutter on the upper part of the zone for strike one. Topa misses. Topa spent most of 2024 with the Twins injured, but was an important part of the Seattle bullpen in 2023. Worked a lot of the eighth inning in front of Paul Sewald a couple years ago. Donovan bounces that foul, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and Donovan's got to have the same approach. Topa does a great job getting the ball on the ground. Sinkers, cutters, changes. See if you can get something up, drive it in the middle of the field.
One-two deal is outside. Donovan's been right on the last couple of pitches that he's swung at. Hit one at the warning track that Buxton plucked off the fence and drilled one right at Buxton in center his last time. It's 2-2. It's middle of the park again. Out toward left center. Buxton has a beat. Cruises under, makes the catch. Scott tags and races in to score the 5th run of the day for the Cardinals. Sacrifice fly for Brendan Donovan. And they lead it by 4 in the bottom of the 8th.
Just great situational hitting continues for St. Louis. 2 strikes, kept the same approach. Get something in the air to the big part of the field. Textbook baseball.
So Nolan Arenado with 2 aboard and 2 outs gets backdoored with a sinker.
And think about what that run does, Connor.
Yep.
Now Ali Marmol does not have to use Ryan Helsley, whereas Rocco Baldelli used his closer for 24 pitches in a low leverage spot. And I understand why he did it. You want to get your closer out there to get some work. But again, using a closer in a non-leverage situation, a lot of times doesn't work out well.
Helsley is still warming up. But double barrel action. Phil Maton. Hey, you'd think it would be his 9th. Did he check? He did not. Arenado goes around. So we'll get the answer to that when we come back in the top of the 9th. Cards need 3 outs to get to 2-0.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good. For you, Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together.
Subway's $6.99 for literally any foot-long deal is headed to overtime. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Order now in the Subway app. Use code 699FLNOW. Deals only here until April 2nd.
Step into an electrifying world of choice. Everything you need to move through your world, your way, is ready and waiting. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Come on, Charlie. Use your new door. Let's go. I said go! Silly dog. I'm gonna trade you for a cat.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Mando's different. It's tough enough to control body odor in all your toughest smelling places. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology and pH optimized. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat anywhere on your body. Order Mando whole body deodorant today and control your body odor better everywhere.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20. Go to DealDash.com and see how much you can save.
Well, Cardinals grab another in the 8th, so Ryan Helsley not needed. It's Phil Maton on to work the 9th after going to the NLCS last year with the Mets, starting the year with the Rays. Now St. Louis Cardinal after he signed one-year deal. So last chance for the Twins. He'll have the top of the order coming up. Wallner, Correa, and Buxton.
He just checked his pitch comm device. He's going old school here.
Wallner swings and misses. It still looked like Herrera was still pressing the dials. No, or Pages was still pressing the dials, who just came into the game. So is that half of his pitch comm? Wallner airborne shallow left. Tough play, but Wynn uses the speed to race underneath it. One away in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, nice job calling that ball early. Watch how early he calls. He's running a long way, almost near second base. He says, I got this.
He's made a few rangy plays today. The over-the-shoulder catch, diving on a double play. Here's his counterpart at shortstop, Carlos Correa. Looks at ball 1. Oh for 7 start to the year for Correa. 0 for 4 on opening day, 0 for 3 today. Maton evens it up.
And these two games, Connor, I think the Cardinals are showing you the kind of bullpen that they have. You know, it's not necessarily a high velo, except for Helsley, of course, swing and miss bullpen, but it's a bunch of strike throwers.
And Correa turns and yanks it out to deep left center. Ciani on the move and makes a crashing catch. The defensive ace gets a good jump and barrels into the wall for out number 2.
Well, you know you're a great defender when you come into the game and Victor Scott II has to slide over to right field. And just watch the foot as he runs into the wall here. It's always dangerous at the bottom underneath the padding. Correa came close.
So last chance is Byron Buxton. Take strike 1.
I mean, the Cardinals have just put on a clinic in these two games. Just really clean baseball, clean pitching, situational hitting.
Strike 2. Cardinals pitching against the top 3 of the Twins lineup in this series has the Wallner, Correa, Buxton trio 0 for 24. Wallner the only guy to reach. He reached on an error in the 3rd in this game. But 0 for 11 from the top guys. Buxton tries to keep this game alive. Maton's 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. And the Cardinals start 2025 2-0.
Textbook baseball by St. Louis. A lot of good signs early on, including Nolan Arenado. He's back.
Homered in game 1 of the series. Reached 3 times today. And the Cardinals win it 5-1 behind Eric Fetty. For Tom Verducci and our entire Fox Sports crew, I'm Connor Onion. Let's send it back to Kevin Burkhardt and Dontrell Willis back in the studio.
All right, Connor, thanks so much. Cardinals get a win, and we say welcome. Good to see you here on the post-game show. And
You know, you heard Tom Verducci say it, D-Train, a lot of good things, but it has to start with Nolan Arenado. When you consider in the offseason, it felt like he was a guy maybe without a team, kind of felt a little bit unwanted for the player of his caliber.
You know what? I think he took all of that news personal, and he came in with a chip on his shoulder. And this is a guy that's already motivated. He already plays with a chip on his shoulder, but he has an all-star type mindset and talent. He's barreling the baseball right now, and this could be a blessing in disguise for the Cardinals that you have a piece right now that is an all-star type talent. He could be comeback player of the year if he continues this pace, and they're going to need him in that division. Everybody's talking about the Cubs. Everybody's talking about the Reds, but they're overlooking the Cardinals. If they get clean pitching, if they get clean baseball and timely hitting, hey, man, all roads might lead through St. Louis, and a lot of it is because of Nolan Arenado. Yeah, listen, division is should be pretty competitive, up for grabs. And the interesting thing is, in a day where everybody's looking for pitching, Eric Fedde came over from the White Sox, had a really good stretch with the Cardinals last year. As a matter of fact, career best. He was great today. You know what? It's a different type of pitching that I miss. He's not afraid to compete in the strike zone and trust his defense. Everybody talks about missing bats and throwing 100 miles an hour, but he didn't show that today. He trusts the defense. Soft contact, efficient, early strikes, everything. I don't care if you throw 100 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour. If you're able to get ground ball after ground ball and keep your defense on their toes, more often than not, you're going to be successful. So that was a big-time start. They're going to have to lean on him, especially in this rotation. You weren't sure what you're going to get from these guys. But, again, strike one is always king, and he showed that today. All right, cool. By the way, horse racing, America's Day at the Races, comes your way just shortly after the top of the hour. So we're going to take you to that. And with that, why don't we go around the league in baseball today? A lot of games going on. Get you caught. This is a wild one. In the Bronx, Brewers, Yankees, Nestor Cortez facing his former team for the first time. Here's Paul Goldschmidt hitting leadoff. And on the first pitch, he takes it out for his first ever Yankees home run. Okay, but the next two pitches also went out. Here's Bellinger. No! Cody looks good in that Yankee uniform. Got his foot down. Woo! 400 feet at least. And oh, no, Nestor, no. Oh, my. Aaron Judge. Oh, look where this lands. Help! A lunar lander from Judge. So 3 pitches all hit out to start a game. It's never happened in Major League history till today. They were rocking and rolling in the Bronx. I feel bad for my man Nestor with the blonde hair. He might have to go back to dark. Hold on. There's more. It's funny. Third inning. Judge. Oh. Grand slam for him. He can do this, KB. He can do this. When he gets locked in, and I heard what he said, if his timing is on, he's tough to get out. Fourth inning. 14-4. Judge at the plate again. 2-run shot this time. 3 home runs for Judge in the first 4 innings of the game. Haven't you seen my movies? That's what he's saying. This is good. 8th inning. He's trying for his 4th home run against a position player, Jake Bowers, and he just missed it. And they had a little bit of a chuckle. Yankees offense, no joke, though. 20 runs. They also made 5 errors. So the first team, 5 or more errors, 21s, 5th team ever to do that. How about the Yanks, though? Okay, so I mentioned the 3 pitches, 3 home runs to start a game. It's never happened. A franchise record 9 total home runs. Judge had 3 of them and drove in 8 offense. Wow. Aaron Judge. Wow. You know what? One of the best players in baseball, and he's truly fun to watch when he's locked in like that. Let's hear from him.
Well, that was a fun inning. Like I said, guys going up there with conviction. They had a plan, and we went out there and executed. But we were really feeding off the fans today. They were rocking there in the first.
3 home runs for you. What clicked for you at the plate?
Just trying to be on time. That's the biggest thing. You're on time, ready to hit. And especially we got all the traffic on the bases. You know, guys in front of me were getting on base. It makes my job easy.
I mean, 9 home runs. We talked about what the Yankees lost, which is a lot. Garrett Cole, their ace, is out for the year. Juan Soto goes crosstown to the Mets. They still got Aaron Judge, and that's pretty good, Train. Absolutely. Listen, everybody wants to talk about the fly ball that he dropped in the World Series, but don't get it twisted. He still won an MVP, and he's still one of the best players in our sport. And when he's locked in and he's taking it personal, he's a tough cover. That swing right there tells me he's locked in. For a bigger guy that wants to elongate his swing, when he shows the ability to pull his hands very quickly in and beat the pitcher to the spot, it is fun to watch. And there's not a ballpark in the world that can hold him, especially when he's coming to baseball like that. When you have a big man like that, he gets everybody confident in that lineup. With Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt, if they're shells of themselves,
This is going to be a very daunting Yankee lineup that can score runs in bunches.
In a good division, like let's check out the Orioles, right? We know what they've done. They've been a playoff team, but haven't had any success the last couple of years once getting there. Taking on the Blue Jays today. How are they doing around the AL East? The O's showing you some offense. Max Scherzer's Blue Jays debut. No bueno. We'll tell you why in a moment. First, it's Colton Cowser.
Ooh, I know he didn't play Pepper for 400 feet like that.
Oh, he did.
Wow.
Quick 1-0 lead. A couple batters later, Jordan Westburg following suit. That's his second of the year. Scherzer had to leave with a lat issue, so he only went 3 innings, 2 runs. Not great in his debut. Orioles offense out and running. Fourth inning, though, they're down 4-3. Ramon Urias off the wall. All 3 runs come on in. It's 6-4 Baltimore. I know you like this offense.
I really do. They're athletic and they feed off each other.
Yeah, they could score. 8-5, that one in. The 7. Angels, White Sox. Angels 2 on. Yohan Moncada against his former team.
Uh-oh.
Doinking around.
And he hustling up the line. I ain't seen him hustle in a White Sox uniform in years. He was smelling that base hit.
He's reborn. Bottom of the 9th inning. How weird does this look? Kenley Jansen in an Angels uniform. It looks a little weird, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, though, but he had it going. 95 with some cut. Business as usual.
First save with the Angels, 1-0 as they get on the board and get their first win. Phillies Nationals today. Kyle Schwarber, another first pitch situation against Cole Irvin. This is
ambush.
Smashed. However, he hit it a little too hard, and Dylan Cruz has a chance to make a play here.
They should have held him at first, right? When Cruz got that ball, he was just rounding first. Heck of a throw from that wall.
All right, second inning, Keibert Ruiz up for Washington. Takes Luzardo out. You know, Washington, they've got some young guys who are pretty good. Not saying this is going to be their year, but they're at least going to be fun to watch, I think. There you go, 2-0 after that one. Guardians and Royals, Bo Naylor at the plate, got runners on the corners, and that's going to work.
Shouldn't have traded my brother. Now I'm taking it personal.
Yeah, Josh now a Padre. Guardians 2-0 there. Giants, Reds, Justin Verlander. Talk about looking strange. He's a Giant now. How about this? 42 years old. How's he doing?
First ballot Hall of Famer. There goes that patented whooper duper, man. That's what's going to get him in the Hall.
Yeah, you said, you know, you didn't want to go out after last year. Some injury stuff. This is Wilmer Flores, who just hits. That's all he does.
The Giants are very intriguing. They're finally coming into this season very healthy. Signed a lot of guys. Hopefully they can do some damage in the West.
However, Verlander gets touched here. Matt McClain comes and gets him. Ouch. So, interesting games. You know that ball flies in that yard, Train.
Great America Small Park, I like to call it.
There we go. Later tonight on Fox Baseball Night in America, 2 great matchups from opening weekend. Some will see the Braves taking on the Padres. Most of the country gets the Astros hosting the new-look Juan Soto-led Mets. 7 o'clock Eastern, that's tonight on Fox, and we will be there for that. Well, it was a move that sent shockwaves throughout the baseball world. Juan Soto left the Bronx, headed to Queens to sign a record 15-year, $765 million contract. Soto and the Mets now have the attention, of course, of everyone in Major League Baseball. Spotlight, it can't be brighter.
Pinch yourself, Met fans, because the reality is setting in. The megastar is coming to the New York Mets.
This came down to Yankees and Mets like we have never seen before.
Wait a minute. The days of the Mets being little brother, the second citizen Mets, those days are over.
At the end of the day, why did you choose the Mets?
How hungry they are to win a championship and to want to make a dynasty in the New York Mets.
When Steve Cohen bought this team 4 years ago, this was the dream. The dream was they'd pursue everybody and anybody.
My goal was to change how the Mets were viewed, and I think we're on the path of changing that. I'm excited by the Mets' future. I think this accelerates our goal of winning championships.
Well, he's one of the best players in the league. He's a dynamic player, and he's obviously has won a World Series, and I think bringing playoff caliber players to here can only make us better.
For him to choose the Mets, it means a lot. He's a phenomenal player, and I'm happy that we're on the same team as opposed to competitors.
They're going to get a player that's going to come to play hard every day. Doesn't matter what is going on out there. I'm going to give my 100% every day.
He's not satisfied with what he's done in this game, and you could see it with the way he goes about his business. It seems like the moment is never too big for him.
I'm a natural born.
And Juan Soto has homered in his first spring training at bat as a New York Met.
Is this real? Did he really choose the Mets after all that bidding? And the answer is yes, and that was real too. What a start.
It's just unbelievable. Really happy to know where I'm going to be for the next 15 years, you know, and more than excited to spend it with this group of guys. I only hear great things about them. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, but it's fun at the same time.
It's special knowing that he's going to be here for a long time. I think we're going to accomplish a lot of good things. Overall, it's for us to win, we're going to need everybody.
When it comes down to game time, that's when we have to be players of substance. We have to do it. We have to perform and execute.
Now that you've got Juan Soto at this number, you've got to back it up.
Winning games, that's all you got to do. You don't have to talk too much. You just got to go out there and get the job done.
Well, Soto was clearly the highlight of a big offseason for the Mets. They also acquired Jose Siri, Clay Holmes, and Griffin Canning, who will start for them today. And, of course, Pete Alonso was a free agent, but brought him back. They signed him. So the Mets are really locked and loaded. Look, you just saw him last night. I know you are a big fan of their lineup, especially top five is maybe as good as anyone.
Absolutely. They were structured just like the Dodgers, do damage at the top of the lineup. You have Lindor, Soto, and the Polar Bear. Those top three guys are going to definitely put some pressure on the opposing starting pitchers. But you have Vientos and Nimmo. So they have some lineup depth and trust. It's all about the rotation and how you deploy the bullpen. Now, let me tell you something. Moneybags Cohen spent $1 billion. It's World Series or bust. I mean, and that's the expectation in New York. So they welcome it with open arms. You get a taste of success after everything they went through in the beginning of the season to get all the way to the National League Championship Series. It's very impressive. And then you get awarded and you win one of the best players in all of baseball. The expectation is high, rightfully so.
Put you on the spot, day 3 of the season. Mets, Phillies, Braves. How do you pick? That's a tough division right there.
Ooh, it's going to be a gauntlet. It's all about the pitching rotation to me. But I do like those Metropolitans right now, man. You know I'm a Met killer.
A fighting fish.
You know I'm a Met killer. You know I
like
like the Mets, man. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be Dodgers there. Don't get it twisted.
We'll get to see them again. Baseball Night in America, 7 o'clock Eastern, Mets and Astros, Base Padres. Horse racing coming up next. America's Day at the Races. We'll get you there. He's Don Stroh Willis. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. We'll see you on Fox in a few. Enjoy.
We're back up. If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night. All season long, Fox is your home for America's pastime in prime time and that can't-miss showtime.
Look at this. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Baseball Night in America is back tonight at 7 Eastern on Fox.